Yo, people, man, it's about that time. Njies in the building and that, man. Now, this might come to you guys a little bit late. I'm thinking maybe 9:30 going up to 10. Hopefully, it doesn't get that late or whatever, man. But obviously, I'm fasting, and while I'm fasting, I don't actually listen to music or whatever. So I have to wait till I can break my fast, eat, and then get to recording or whatever when it comes to the music stuff anyway and that, man. So yeah, we're starting at 7:30 basically, man. So we'll see how long this takes. You know me, I'm a talker and that, bro. And where is this thing? Because I literally did a little bit of research, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of see what the album title and all of that type of stuff was about, man. But let me get into it, bro. All right, so I typed in the kind of like just to see what the title was and what it actually meant and that, bro. Wrong place. Right there we go. And that, bro. So meaning Ana meaning again or back, and then bios also meaning life. So the literal meaning is return to life or revival. And you guys remember in the album teaser when they were drinking whatever they were drinking, the flipping elixir of life or whatever, they kind of had a kind of like a, I don't even know what to call it and that, bro. They kind of had like a moment in the subconscious and that, bro. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's actually kind of like anything with like, whether it's weed, whether it's certain types of drugs or whatever, it all depends on the individual. Not everyone has the same experience. Whatever your experience is, whatever trauma is in your life or whatever, you see a specific something and that, man. You get what I'm trying to say? So this is kind of like a rebirth, a return to life and that, man. You get what I'm trying to say? So in biology, Anabiosis, I think, refers to a state where an organism or organisms life processes almost completely stop in order to survive extreme conditions, which is crazy. So apparently there's some organisms in life that when it comes to like harsh conditions, they can stop, not basically kill themselves, but almost till death, and then bring themselves back to life and that when the conditions become bearable for them, which is crazy to me, man. But let's get into it. Let's see what I go on. We got the first tune, Miyagi Endshpil, Adapter. Let's see what I go on. All right, so we're back with it. We got the lyrics, and hopefully I got the right lyrics. I think there's a recent song that I reacted to, which was Miyagi Bullets or whatever, and apparently I had the wrong lyrics. You know what I mean? So let's get into it, and I'm sure the artwork is also going to encapsulate what the song is and that, man. You get me? Because these guys are people that don't really use music videos, but at the same time, when they use the what do you call it, the cover art or whatever, it always has a meaning towards the song and that, man. So let's get into it. These guys don't waste anything when it comes to art. We've got like some heat sensor type imagery. Oh wait, these are actually like mini music videos. Wait a minute then. Let me do it like this. These are like mini music videos.
Внезапно снова моногамных. Если потерялся ты хайп, адаптер. Жизнь был невнятным, эскизмом вывата. Интереснее аккурать, тогда не удивляться. Счастливо оставаться, наш пад стули с юга. На секвенсорах пахали стили уж. Были плугом обладателями искусственного доблестного хапа. Зарекомендовавшие себя когда-то валить.
Oh, so obviously we heard this one in the teaser. I recognize this one still. I mean, knew that these guys were going to be on kind of like more of a hip hop type of vibe and that, man. And through that whole trailer, there was so many different scenes or whatever. But every single song they chose fit perfectly with that scene. And that's what I'm talking about, these guys, visually and audibly. They never waste anything, man. And I like also the imagery that they chose for the video as well, because it's kind of like a heat sensor and that. You know, like when the army is running a covert mission and they don't know how many people are in this building, so they have to use heat sensor to see how many bodies there are and all of that type of stuff. But it's not a true image, but at the end of the day, you can get the image of the person and which organisms are alive. That's like what the lyrics are. Should I not the lyrics, sorry, what the voice is kind of like with Miyagi right now and that, man. Like you can hear what you're saying, but it's difficult to hear. Kind of like the heat sensor imagery and that, man. Like I'm telling these guys, bro, calculated with it, man. Calculated with it.
Внезапно снова моногамных. Если потерялся ты хайп, адаптер. Жизнь был невнятным, эскизмом вывата. Интереснее аккурать, тогда не удивляться. Счастливо оставаться, наш пад стули с юга.
Because even right there, he just said I don't care about precision while also using the heat sensor. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? Chat to them and that, bro. And then man was talking about being the adapter to life and that, where people lose the adapter to life, and adapter is something that connects to something. So you have life, you have yourself, and then an adapter that connects you to that life. Man said we work the sequences, our ears with a plow. So a plow is like, you know, like when you're farming, certain farming tools or whatever. But I like how we use that right there. You see how this is what I'm saying? When these guys use language and that, man, you get me. We work the sequences or whatever, bro. Our ears with a plow. Our ears was the one that was doing the work. And
Валить на курок, осталось лишь нажать. Эти будни словно танцы, но на острие ножа. Каждый шаг это урок, только продолжай дышать. Приведи себя в порядок и травы не искажай. Мантры внутренности слов, оставайся на плаву, чтобы тонус был в тебе. Слушай панч плана Ву, не вреди себе собой. Делай вещи наяву, делай вещи наяву.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Man said, listen to the punches of Wu-Tang Clan, bro. Yeah. This is going to be one of them. This is a full nod to hip-hop right here, man. This is a full nod to hip-hop right here. So, we can't even lie to you. And I like what he's saying with this one, bro. He said, goodbye then. Our guys blew in from the south. We worked the sequences, our ears with a plow. Then he moved on next one. And he said, finger on the trigger. Only thing left is to press. You get me? Only thing to left to press the trigger in that chapter then, man. These days feel like dancing, but the edge of a knife and that, bro. So obviously talking about the life feels like dancing, but we're on the edge of the knife. And he said every single step is a lesson. You're on the edge of a knife. Knives can cut you, but when you're on the edge of something more times, you're going to fall into a deep sort of a deep hole, a deep whatever. So every step is like a different lesson. You have to be careful in that, but every single step is valuable, man. You get what I'm trying to say? Get yourself together. Don't poison yourself and that, man. So I like the rhetoric that he's thinking. The things with these guys, they're able to talk about a topic and then put it in such a way in that, man, where it kind of puts into perspective what they're talking about and how serious the topic they're talking about isn't that, man. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. The use of metaphors, proper. Sorry, I like, first of all, listen to the tone and listen to what he said as well. Songs from weak copycats. We don't need those and that, bro. Chat to them, man. Because these guys are always talking about some sort of, you know what I mean? They're always talking about life and their experiences, pain and that, bro. Talking about other people that are around them, community, all of that type of stuff and that, man. But now they're actually calling people out. And no doubt these guys are trendsetters because they're real music guys. So I do not doubt that there's people out here trying to copy their sound. So the fact that Endshpil started it like that, I like that right there, man. Man, he said songs from weak copycats. We don't need those. Chat.
Чудом нашлись, и я боюсь их потерять. Закрой свою почку, станный рифмоплетик. Я двигал тему там, где тебе порвали ротик. Папы на верхушке, липали контору. Никогда не знаешь, мы настолько...
No, who is Endshpil feeling like? Yo, he's talking his ish and that, man. Man saying, yeah, them guys out here rapping, just rhyming scribblers and that, bro. Just saying random things and that, bro. Yo, keep quiet. The bosses are at the top, man. And I like how he said that he's gonna step away from the machine. That's a bar right there, because you obviously know music, when we're talking about the machine and that, bro, people believe that there's certain artists that get pushed, that are popular and all of that type of stuff, but millions and millions and millions and millions get put behind them or whatever, and also they get put in certain places and that on purpose. So whether it's the radio and all these different places, getting put on certain concerts and put in, what do you call it, put in front of certain type of people or whatever. That's what the machine is and that, bro, where basically the industry is pushing a certain artist a lot, but they're saying now we stepped away from that. We ain't with that fake ish and all of that type of stuff, man. We're kind of doing our own thing independent. We're all about the music and that, man. But I kind of like how he's kind of like jumping from topic to topic, but it's still all kind of staying in the same realm though. It's not random at the same time and that, but everything's somewhat connected.
Мы настолько преисполнились, что можем не читать. Ты все равно будешь качать. Как всегда заряженный и вечно на плаву. Хочешь двигать по воде, но идешь на поводу. Где-то темы ради смеха, дети, не пугайтесь. Схемы беспредельные, на максимум брутальность. Как всегда заряженный и вечно на плаву. Hey, what you gonna do?
That's it, a little bit English.
Противовес бесам, место действия лес. Не лезь весь пока. Вместо того, чтобы уместно замесить, подняться ввысь. Тут только виск и никого, кроме приятных мне людей.
So he's saying, get out of, he said, don't mess with our homeland kitty, southern jaws miss. And I'm guessing he's talking about a certain part of the world or a certain other country, and that from the, what do you call it, from the south coming through. But that's what I'm saying, instead of saying country or instead of saying this part of this country or da, he said southern jaws and that. Like the way they paint pictures with words and that, bro, to really make you understand what they're talking about, bro. Absolutely cold. And I feel like now that I'm actually reading the lyrics, this is what I was saying when I was reacting to the album teaser, is that I want to know what they're saying, because now it's making sense, man. Even where he says, get out of here, fox, where he also says, the setting is the forest, don't get involved, everything. Instead of properly fighting and rising higher, there's only screaming here and nobody except people alike. And that part right there, I can already see multiple images from the album teaser that I can connect that to right there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm telling you, obviously seeing visuals, hearing the audio and that, that opens a whole nother world in that, man. But also the lyrics as well, very important. Type of like a horror film. And that's what I'm saying. It's like they took like horror film type of vibes and then took also some hip hop vibes and then combined them there. But 1 second, now I need to go get the other lyrics for this song as well. I like that one right there. And he embodied what it meant as well, adaptable. You know what I mean? They were talking about violence. I feel like a little bit of nod to war as well, the streets and that, things that they kind of fear and that, man. Also the kind of trends that they've set, the influence that they've also had in their lives as well, and that, man, things that they fear, things that they want to, you know what I mean? So all right, say less. So let's get into this one. We got 8 Mile. Ciao M. Is what I'm saying. Speaking of war, bro, we literally got like a little insurgent right here and that, bro. Armored vehicle, man. You get me?
на базе, били фаталити тейки, чтобы ты не залипал. Руки нунчаки, черепа, кости летят за 6-й квартал. Си-4 на плента, я не сдамся без боя. Фая, потом звука сносит купол. Те, кто тупо стоят, ну-ка, солджа, заряжай, пока не ухает пыль, звездный десант. Гудит и саба, хаджима, never stop, йоу. Это мой невидимый фронт, у меня небо понт. Бла-бла, горы бабла, половина типа Пабло, ну да ладно.
Yo. Now, after Miyagi and Endšpilь and that, bro, I feel like TumaniYO is the next person that I've pretty much heard a lot of his music and that, or react to a lot of his stuff on this channel right here. And I know the guy's talented, but that flow was crazy. And this is what I'm saying. So not only can Miyagi and Endšpilь shapeshift into different genres and deliver it at such a high quality standpoint and that, bro, so can the people around them, man. This is what I'm saying. It shouldn't just be the two bosses at the top that can go and put in work and make sure that they're steering the ship right. And you know what I mean? You goons should be able to do the exact same thing as you and that, man. And that's exactly what's going on. Also, if you don't know what he was saying at the start, where Miyagi was kind of like distorting his voice, he was basically saying, wake up my coastal enemies, who wants to break my release, which you saw these guys were literally breaking out the release. Who wants to pull me down? I'm a hip-hop herbalist who never loses this sound and that, bro. My hip-hop herbalist. And when normally you think of like herbalist, that's not necessarily modern medicine. It's going in the other direction. But you have to know a lot of different things, because if you go out in nature, a lot of things can help you, but a lot of things can harm you as well. So he's a hip-hop herbalist. He studies this issue and that. You get me? He's from the cloth and that, fam. He understands it from the foundation up and that, fam. He's never going to lose this sound. And then man like TumaniYO just comes in and delivers a ridiculous verse, bro. Oh my God. Hold on, a little bit more. And I like I said, Endšpilь as well, in what do you call it, in Adapter was talking about how there's people out here replicating the sound, And man like TumaniYO literally shouted out Hajime. So I like how you get me, they're bigging themselves up, and that's what hip-hop is about, bro. It's about flexing. I'm the best in that, bro. There's no one that can touch me, and that's the exact type of braggadocious energy that they're giving on this right here.
Дымила бобина на базе, били фаталити тейки, чтобы ты не залипал. Руки нунчаки, черепа-кости летят за 6-й квартал. Си-4 на плента, я не сдамся без боя. Фая, поток звука сносит купол. Те, кто тупо стоят, ну козел.
Yo, he's talking about every single type of artillery, C4, nunchucks and that, bro. Like, whatever you think, whatever type of battle you want, we got that. You get what I'm trying to say? Trend assassin.
Руки нунчаки, черепа-кости летят за 6-й квартал. Си-4 на плента, я не сдамся без боя. Фая, поток звука сносит купол. Те, кто тупо стоят, ну козел. Заряжай, пока нюхает пыль, звездный десант. Гудит и саба, Хаджиме, never stop, yo.
Hajime never stopping that, bro. But he said, come on, soldier, load up, while the star troopers are sniffing dust and that, man. Now, that could be a multitude of things and that, bro. Obviously, within war, there's so many different things going on, so many different things in the atmosphere, but he also could be talking about that white, that dirty. You know what I'm trying to say? But I also like how he said C4 planted on site A. If you play Call of Duty, you know, you got like point B, point A, point C and that, man. So I like how he's doing that right there. And also, I'm guessing people actually in the army and that, bro, have certain tactical lingo and language that they use as well.
Это мой невидимый фронт, у берегу небопон. Бла-бла, горы бабла, половина типа Пабло, ну да ладно.
Man said, yo, this is my invisible front line, drop the nonsense and the fake swagger. So exactly what Endshpil was talking about. Man like Tumani said, yo, I'm gonna add to that, man. And then he said, blah, blah, mountains of money, chat to them cash. You know what I mean? Man said, blah, blah, mountains of money and that, bruv. Half of it like Pablo Escobar, but whatever. Man said, we ain't even got to talk about that, bruv. I got mountain of cash like Pablo Escobar, but shh, we ain't got to talk too much. Let's pass. On to the next topic, man. You know what I mean? We don't want to draw any attention. See what I'm saying? My fingers wipe the dust and that, bro. So you can actually, it's like these men are literally painting a picture that they're in a war zone, bro. But I also like the fact that they're talking about a multitude of things. They're not just talking about guns and glocks. Right there, he just was talking about being a samurai and bending the iron cage and that, bro. You get what I'm trying? So he talks about samurai bending the iron cage. So I like, they're not just saying random things. They're making sure if they talk about something, they're connected to something as well. I like that. And then even right there where he said, turn up the beat, I'll squeeze every drop of it. But what also do you squeeze and that, bro? Oh, gone. Like, you see, they move on to topic, but the way they paint it is that they make sure everything is connected. So even though they're moving forward with their thought process and that, bro, everything is connected, man. They're different, bro. They're different.
Then we stack them up, pick them up, ONYX in this bitch, then we rip them up, slip them up, body back these niggas, then we zip them out the back the fuck up, okay, cap the
I reacted to ONYX before. I can't remember what song it was, but I remember reacting to one of his songs and that, man. Oh,
we fuck them up, then we buck them up, touch them up, kick, then we stack them up, pick them up, ONYX in this bitch, then we rip them up, slip them up, body back these niggas, then we zip them out the back the
yo, the amount of violence he just inflicted in that verse is crazy. Every single line was an act of violence, bro.
this bitch, then we rip them up, slip them up, body back these niggas, then we zip them out the back the fuck up, okay, cap the fuck up, you get tap the fuck up, my nigga shut the fuck up, you get tap the fuck up, my nigga shut the fuck up, you get slap the fuck up, you better back up, niggas.
And he literally just said, my nigga shot the F up and that, bro. So both sides and that, bro. I'm telling you, these guys are in a war zone right now and that, man. All of them are going through a battle.
Give me the money, 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 give me the money.
My name is Lipke Ripke, Mike's is a habit. I speak Russian, but I only know the bad shit. Like at the pony peas, that's pick a peas, that's at the pony peas, that's. It's sticky fingers are fucking good, niggas. How you beast? Sick as how you beast, sick as how you beast. I'm a nigga Ruski, give me my overshoka. I would respect, nigga, give me all my overshoka.
And you see where he did the sicka, and then you see my man ONYX as well when he was going bucka. Like, you see, bruv, all of the, bruv. When I tell you, when these guys, whether it's just Miyagi, whether it's just Endšpilь, whether it's Miyagi and Endšpilь and a bunch of other artists, everything is connected and everything is methodical. Because the way the artist or the average artist thinks nowadays is they'll release a song and they'll think, who's the biggest artist I can get on this song? No, these guys don't think like that. They think this is the sound and who will be the perfect artist that matches this sound. And they'll look at the guys around them, obviously, and that, bro, because all of them are capable of a multitude of different things. So if my friends can do this, and this, why do I need to go to someone else and that, bro? But this is the first time I'm hearing this artist, though. I forgot what's his name. So apparently this is Sticky Fingers, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is Sticky Fingers, you know what I mean? I think.
My name is Lipke Ripke, Mike's is a habit. I speak Russian, but I only know the bad shit.
That's the that's to them. So you know when someone knows a certain language, but they only know the bad words and that, bro. He said, I can speak Russian, but I only know the bad bits and that, bro. Chat to them, man.
Okay.
He's a dirty man.
Habit. I speak Russian, but I only know the bad shit. Like at the pony peas, that's pick a peas, that's at the pony peas, that's. It's sticky fingers are fucking good, niggas. How you beast? Sick as how you beast, sick as how you beast.
And that's what I was wondering. So he's basically going in and out of English and Russian, basically, because I was like, wait, what is he saying on that, man? Am I just missing because his flow's that wicked? But now he's going in and out of the Russian language. Okay.
Niggas, how you beast? Sick as how you beast, sick as how you beast.
Yeah, damn, that's awesome.
Give me my overshoka. I would respect, nigga. Give me all my overshoka. Nigga acting bitch, nigga acting like a soaker. Nigga acting bitch, nigga acting like a soaker. You gon' make me shoot the smoke the ass just like a hookah. I'm talking click bang, nigga, like a fucking hookah.
The shooker, shoot you, hookah. Like, listen to the words, man. So even while he's going in and out of English and Russian and that, bro, all the words have similar type of syllables and similar type of pronunciations and that, bro. Hookah, shoot you, hookah. Like, this is what hip hop is about: the internal rhyme schemes, the external rhyme schemes. Like, you know what I mean? Mix them about.
The ass just like a hookah. I'm talking click bang, nigga, like a fucking hookah. When I say cocktail, you say horror show. Cocktail, horror show. Cocktail, horror show. Yeah, when I say cocktail, you say horror show. Cocktail, horror show. Cocktail, horror show. That's it, pug nolly, nigga, time to call ONYX.
With the footsteps. By the way, that's supposed to be Dr. Dre. But these guys' production is absolutely ridiculous. One second. Alright, so now we've got No Contest, and bro, 8 Mile was disgusting, man, because I'm trying to concentrate on so many certain things and that, man. It's like I'm missing the beat as well, bro. But that beat, nah. From what I can remember and what I heard, bro, absolutely disgusting. That is a perfect song. If you said, yo, explain a war zone in audible form, I'm playing your 8 Mile, bro. That's the perfect example right there, bro. The beat was aggressive, it was unapologetic, it was bold and that, bro. Like, it was thumping. And the way, the way TumaniYO came, Endšpilь, and also ONYX and the other guy and that, bro, fam, the aggression they showed is ridiculous, bro. I'm seeing Endšpilь and TumaniYO in like certain type of pockets, bro, and flows that I've never heard from them before in terms of the aggression and the cadence of the voices. Crazy to me and that, man. I'm loving this right here. It's like every single album, not only do you get a different style and that, bro, but you get a completely different experience to each artist, man. Like, so cold. That beat as well. It's like they got a big flipping speaker and just covered it with some blankets and that, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Or just put it in an almost broken down house and it's just shaking, bro. Like, bro, the beeline, pumping. Or just put it underwater, bro. And you just see the water just. Hey, chat to them.
Это жирный юг, мы не east и не west. Среди бетонных плит тут виниловый треск. Следили за правилами здешних мест. Твоя бравада неуместна, no contest. Звуки разваливали хаты, плотный замес. Блески нет надобности, вовсе меркнет весь твой пафос. Выебал, пиздер лучше не лезь. Хаджиме на стиле варится гремучая смесь.
Yo, there might not be. Kendrick Lamar is the only person that I can think of that's coming to mind. Miyagi and Kendrick Lamar have this ability to make their voice sound the closest thing to the beat and that, bruv. Like, normally artists, like, the beat's the beat, the artist doing whatever they're doing. But these guys make a subconscious effort, bruv. I mean, a conscious effort to sound pretty much exactly like the beat and like imitate and be a different part of the beat. Like, it's crazy to me. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. These guys are just too good. Kendrick Lamar and Miyagi are the only two people that really come to mind that do it to this level. And obviously old school guys from like hip hop days and that, fam. But nowadays you don't really see it like this anymore, man. And that beat. And right there, bro, he just said, "Your pathetic arrogance, you talentless fool, better stay out. Hajime on style, brewing a volatile mixture on that, man." So it's not only their style that they're changing, but they're also embodying the personality of the type of artist you should be depending on which genre they're in. So you get me? So it's not only the sound that's changing, but their personalities are also embodying hip-hop as well and that, man. Like, I ain't never heard these guys like talk about themselves like this before. Hajime style, we're on top and that, bro, copycats and that, bro. Come on now, man. This is because they're in a hip-hop style, man. They're embodying that MC type of personality, bro. Chat to them.
Феноменальный саунд, будто в руке часах. Поприще мастеров и безумцев не смей мешать. Время растянет панч, ногами нашла коса. Быть или существовать, только тебе решать. Возглас.
I'm sorry, a man sounding like a monster, just how the beats distorted and that, bro, and being played with. He's doing the exact same thing with his voice and that, man. He sounds like the monster under my bed as a child, man.
Поприще мастеров и безумцев не смей мешать. Время растянет панч, ногами нашла коса. Быть или существовать, только тебе решать. Возгласы мудрых лет, мистификаторы, преданные звуку менторы, слепо следуют зову планеты. Андера, холодный граунд, это моя стезя. Тело шарит, тут промахнуться никак нельзя.
Man said missing your target is not allowed, bro. Chat to them, bro.
Blood clot.
Наплевать на рамки, стили через терни, Энди вышел в дамки. Тело шарит, тут промахнуться.
Bro, it's like we're traveling to the underworld, bro, and the deeper we get or the more we move on to the next artist, the deeper they get on that, bro. Like, listen to them, bro. It's like each artist is becoming a monster, bro, and each artist further down the line is becoming more and more of a monster. Like, the voices are getting deeper and deeper, more and more distorted, more and more scary. Like,
Андера, холодный граунд, это моя стезя. Тело шарит, тут промахнуться никак нельзя. Нам наплевать на рамки, стили через терни, Энди вышел в дамки. Вынесу любого Бэтмена, я флайн манки. Вылетаю со двора, мозги наизнанку.
man said, we don't care about boundaries of style. Like, what have I been saying this whole time? They don't care about the boundaries of style, bro. They will venture into any land and other style and dominate it, bro. Chat to them, man. What are you talking about? Them man said through the thorns, Andy Panda, Ed Spiel made it to the top. But then listen to the voice, how I said how deep it sounds, how underground it sounds, and then he's talking about the top, so the juxtaposition of up top and that, brother. And then listen to the beat as well. It sounds like we're in the underworld. What he's talking about is going to the top. Like, listen, man, everything's
Вылетаю со двора, мозги наизнанку. Блад стекает с кулака, бью по перепонкам. Моники горят, в студии доволен громко. Стены разбивает voice, мама, I'm a freedom. Катимся со скрипом.
I gotta
This is crazy to me and that, man. Broski said he's turning brains inside out and that, man. Like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, they're doing this right. They're doing this right. And I feel like there's a certain genre as well of hip-hop, bro. One minute. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's exactly what it is. So I just typed in, there's a genre of hip-hop that concentrates on horror, gore, and scary themes. What is it called? And it's called horrorcore, bro. And that's what this is reminding me of, bro. That's exactly what this is reminding me of. This isn't just regular hip-hop and rap and that, fam. This is some next thing. Yeah, I ain't chat to it.
Катимся со скрипом.
I got a game. Come on.
Bruv, and also, bruv, sorry, my voice breaks the walls and mama, I'm freedom, bruv. Like, man gotta understand how music and things like hip-hop came about. Like, most music, especially when it comes from kind of like black people or people of color and that, fam. You get what I'm trying to say? Or like minority groups and that, bro. You got to understand more times the music that we make and that, bro, has a purpose. More times it's because our voices were suppressed and that, bro. So now they had to create something where they can be heard, and they created so many different types of music. So when man hears certain bars like my voice breaks the wall, mama, I'm freedom. So not only does music help me speak my truth, but also how so many different genres were created as well and that, man, so that people can have a voice and can be heard and that. Like, listen, man, it's deeper. It's deeper. It's deeper.
I got a game. Come on.
Это жирный юг, мы не истинный West. Среди бетонных плит тут виниловый треск.
And also he's talking about the vinyl East, West and that, but obviously if you think about America as well and that, man, you think of the East Coast, the West Coast and all of that type of stuff. It's a big thing in America and that, man. So I like how they're drawing different influences in terms of what they're saying and also just the sound in general and that from hip-hop, man. Oh.
I got a game. Come on.
Это жирный юг, мы не истинный West. Среди бетонных плит тут виниловый треск. Следили за правилами здешних мест. Твоя бравада неуместна, no contest. Звуки разваливали хаты, плотный замес. Блески нет надобности, вовсе меркнет весь. Твой пафос выебал, бездар лучше не лезь. Хаджиме на стиле варится гремучая смесь.
That beat, man. Sounds like the beat's almost starting to distort. It's like they're just catching it. Yeah, I ain't. So it doesn't go too crazy. I might have the lyrics up before this next one starts with hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Ooh, that's West Coast right there. That's West Coast, bruv. And that's the maddest thing as well. Listen to the beat, bro. This is Snoop Dogg. This is that Snoop Dogg type of era. You get what I'm trying to say? And look what the song's called, West, man. Like, chat to them, man. Like, they know what they're doing. Once again, everything that these guys do, bro, is connected. That's that real West Coast style. Yeah. Sorry. ChatGPT is moving too slow, bro. The lyrics still haven't loaded. So we have to go again. Apologies. Alright, let's go again.
Подъем, подворотня района КамАЗ сходу. Не мути воду, тут и день вся свой детсад. Пока прет, остановиться попробуй.
I'm sorry and that, man. These guys, one line.
Подъем, подворотня района КамАЗ сходу. Не мути воду, тут и день вся свой детсад. Пока прет, остановиться попробуй. Я взял майки, перебивай, дура голова. Стоп, игра, вот ты, конча дал. Муяка, бумба, феномен.
And that's the other thing. So even though they're drawing from hip hop, they're also still drawing from the what do you call it and that, bruv? The Jamaican culture and that, bruv, and reggae and all of that type of stuff and that, man. Because the bloody Babylon and then the booyaka, like, you know what I mean? Actually, is booyaka, that might not be Jamaican, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. But what am I even saying, bruv? First of all, these guys are talking their shit. That's what these guys are doing. And they're talking their shit. Like, these guys are telling you that we're the biggest. And I don't know what the hierarchy is in terms of Russian music and where these guys rank, if they're the biggest, if there's someone on top of Miyagi and all of these type of guys. But the energy that these guys are giving, they're basically saying that they're the best in Russia and no one's touching them. Pretty much the world, bro. Because these men are going from Europe to the Caribbean, to the Americas and that, bruv, all these different places and taking people's sounds and that, bruv, and doing it justice, man. These guys are basically, you know, like Fortnite or certain games or whatever, where you look at the map and the whole map is great and you have to go to that specific location for it to actually open up and for it to actually show its color and all of that type of stuff. That's what this is like. They're dominating the world musically and that, man. Crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. But man like TumaniYO said, wake up, the alleyways of the neighborhood come the right way and that, bro. Normally when you're talking about an alleyway, people normally think scared, dark, you're gonna get robbed, or He said, now come the right way and that, bro. This is our authentic us. This is our authentic location and that, bro. This is where we are, bro. That's where, you know what I'm saying, all these different places that people are scared of to us and that, fam. This is the right way and that, fam. This is where we really, you know what I'm saying, bro, become who we are and that, fam. And then he said, don't stir up trouble here. Go back to your kindergarten. Basically saying, yo, you're a little boy and that, bro. You get what I'm trying to say, bro?
Who is this nigga? We're not your little niggas. Like,
yeah, we're not your little, you get what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, they're the big homies of the spot and that, man. Go back to kindergarten. Go play with the children and that, fam. This is for the big boys right here. You get what I'm trying to say? There's other stuff that he said at the top as well, bro, but we continue. We'll continue.
Перевидал фальшивых недотрог, теперь при виде тошно. Номеровал ублюдков, это крик Карига. Коли можно, дигиди гэнгста, тут не про меня, не дебоширы, точка. Посторонись, агрессор, я профессор ваших многоточничок. Кому делить, я кинул взглядом монотонный город. Или гонимый тобой, забил себя в убитых коридорах. Не торопись успеть, это не факт, что надо нам. Как бы добавил красок на увыче, бы не миновали. Ломаного гроша не стоит твоя суета. Если не душа решала, арифметика простая. Размотанными шагами изувечу, перестань. Забракованными недопанчами плеваться мне не надо тут.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. You see Miyagi, he's basically like 50 artists in one, bro. The amount of ways in terms of the way he manipulates his voice naturally and also the way he manipulates his voice with production as well, bro. He's basically like 50 to 100 artists. It's actually ridiculous. This bar though, step aside aggressor. I'm the professor of your unfinished sentences and that, bro. Are you bro? The way these guys write to me is so crazy and the way they put things is so cold, man.
Перевидал фальшивых недотрог, теперь при виде тошно. Номеровал ублюдков, это крик Карига. Коли можно, дигиди гэнгста, тут не про меня, не дебоширы, точка. Посторонись, агрессор, я профессор ваших многоточничок. Кому делить, я кинул взглядом монотонный город. Или гонимый тобой, забил себя в убитых коридорах. Не торопись успеть, это не факт, что надо нам. Как бы добавил красок на увыче, бы не миновали. Ломаного гроша не стоит твоя суета. Если не душа решала, арифметика простая. Размотанными шагами изувечу, перестань. Забракованными недопанчами плеваться мне не надо. Тут аккомпанировала груда головорезов, гуру грува барракудами. Влетаем в ухо, не пыли, ублюдок и пили зануды. Кипари, замуты, дикари орудовали пулями, дурами, думали.
Bruv, there's a few lines, bruv. There's a few lines. So first he said, don't rush to achieve everything. It's not a fact that we even need it. And that right there is some of the truest ish, bro. People think that they need this car and this car and this car and da. But if you think about it in life, there's only a few things that you actually need to survive. Everything else is just an add-on, bro. It's a perception that you have in the world that we have around us that makes you believe that you need certain things that you don't actually need. Then he moved on and said, you add colors, but unfortunately, black and white is unavoidable and that, bro. Then what did he say about the soul? If the soul didn't decide it, then the math is simple. Yo.
Okay.
Where the hell is it, bro? I can't find it. Where?
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
There we go in that, bro. Because the way these man be talking to me is great, bro. How can you have those three things right there? And those aren't even like crazy bars, bro. That's just poetry, bro. While on a rap tune. And I told you guys, these guys are basically poets and that. So it doesn't really matter what genre we're going on to in that, fam. They're always going to have the poetry on there, bro. You know what I mean? Chat to them, man. Let me go get this next lyric. Okay, so this is the first time I'm reacting to these artists. Oiseau and Papillon. You know, let's get into it, man. Apparently this one's a banger.
А тебе на конкретном подарку перепонки. Бой, одномоментно завершится моей рукой над головой. Другой, таких тут нет. Да я скапексман, и я не хочу домой. Несите всех городам, воскресить разрядом. Несите point прямо в строй, завершу разом. Мы на своих частотах, шимпанзе в руках граната. Ты слышишь ONYX? Как вув, летим на Крим, мы клан и клаун, начинли стил. Если не дебил, не просто влил, тащил, давил, гасил, крушил, хватал и рил, вам вывозил, по итогу просто разжил.
Now, if you're a regular hip-hop listener, you will notice all of these different hip-hop flows that are being used in that, man. But just listen to that da 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 da. Like, oh my days, bro. The rhyme schemes and the flows that they're using are so hip-hop, man. And this is what I'm saying. This is the first time that I'm hearing these artists and they do not sound out of place. These guys sound, bro, exactly like what they're supposed to for this song right here. And that's what I'm saying about these guys. When they're acquiring these artists, they make sure they get the right people. And earlier, when I was saying that these guys don't think about the biggest artists and who's the biggest artist I can get on this, and they're more so thinking who will be the best artist to fit on this type of sound right here, goes back to this bar. Because man like Miyagi literally said, I tasted the flavor of the underground sound. I'll share those bangers and that, bro. So bring the underground to the surface and that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, listen, man. And also the whole rebirth and all of that type of stuff, that theme of Anabios and the rebirth and that, bro, and the way they were soul searching in the album trailer and that, bro, saying that they're going to bring the underground to the top. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's all connected, bro. All connected. Let's go back, though. All the way from the top, all the way to the top.
А тебе на конкретном подарку перепонки. Бой, одномоментно завершится моей рукой над головой. Другой, таких тут нет. Да я скапексман, и я не хочу домой. Несите всех городам, воскресить разрядом. Несите point прямо в строй, завершу разом. Мы на своих частотах, шимпанзе в руках граната. Ты слышишь ONYX? Как вув, летим на Крим, мы клан и клаун, начинли стил. Если не дебил, не просто влил, тащил, давил, гасил, крушил, хватал и рил, вам вывозил, по итогу просто разжил. Некогда плотный джон.
Man said we operate on our own frequencies. Chimpanzee with the grenade in his hand. You hear O and P, M and A. I don't know what that exactly means. What else do you need? Then he said like Wu-Tang Clan will crash in for the cream and that, but basically for the money. You know what I mean? Dollar bills, y'all. You know what I mean? Shout to them. Queen get money. What am I saying though? I mean, queens get the money. But I was about to say something, but I completely forgot. I also like when he said the whole electric charge line, and then we also heard the electric. Once again, everything they do is connected, bro. When are you gonna honestly understand when I really say that everything they do, like everything they do is connected and that, bro? You know what I mean? Listen
Я иду по головам, бой, поднимаю флаг, бой, отжимы растет, бой, больные игру. Я иду по головам, бой, поднимаю флаг, бой, кровь. Намотал на моя флаг, бой, отжимай растет, бой, больные кровь.
When he said, he literally just said, I'm stepping over heads, boy. And then look at the scene that we get, over flipping head view. The only overhead view I think we've got this whole time and that, bro. Even when we're doing the whole in the wall, all that type of stuff, it was very like next to the person shots. We weren't getting over the head POV eagle eye shots and that, man. Everything these guys do is connected and that, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Поднимаю флаг, бой, отжимай растет, бой, больные кровь. Намотал на капы бой, бич, give me the mic, bitch. Не теряю хватку, мне нужен только пич, бич. Аномалий сам, кто полезет выше нас, блич. Правда за пультом, ты узнаешь этот звук, я иду по голове.
Bruv, man said, I wrapped pain around my mouth, God, bitch, give me the mic. I don't lose my grip, all I need is the right pitch, bruv, like. You man are gonna understand that these guys are poets, bro. Like the poets, fam.
Полезет выше нас, блич, правда за пультом, ты узнаешь этот звук, я иду по головам, бой, поднимаю флаг, бой, отжимай растет, бой, больные кровь, я иду по головам, бой, поднимаю флаг, бой, отжимай растет, бой, больные кровь.
Я разъем точки до крови, когда был один разъем, будто двое.
Wait a minute. So he said, I'll smash the dots until there's blood. But I don't know if he refers to if dots in Russia is the same thing over here. Because for us in the UK, dots is... That's what the dots is. But I don't think that's what he's talking about because it doesn't sound like it the way he's saying it. I feel like it has a different meaning for you. Even if he is from Russia, it might not be. Sounds like it.
Захожу прямо в обрез, мимо фобии. Там мне очень нравится копать этот муви. Эти головы похожи на воде. Чего было еще ожидать, ведь мы профи.
Вылезли сила, как пальма посреди камня. Дерьмом пахнет, это мания. Все время выше крыши, выжимать ее. Так сейчас забыл, мне Бог не хватает дыхания. Некогда плотный джон. Лекарям трудно было. Банда разлук на вкус. Некогда плотный джон. Лекарям просто было. Банда разлук на вкус.
That one was hella aggressive as well. So first of all, the picture that the last artist painted, you guys let me know how you pronounce his name as well. He said, we changed the rules and foundations so those fools would stay sitting down. I walk right on the edge, passing my fears, because when you walk on the edge of something, you're normally scared. So he's passing his fears and that, bro. Yeah, I really enjoyed digging into this movie. These heads look like, that's the one that threw me off. These heads look like Woody. What does he mean? Because the only Woody I know is YSL flipping Woody that snitched on Young Thug and them, man. And then Woody from Toy Story and that, man. So, ooh, these heads look like Woody. He could be talking about Woody from Toy Story because his head's empty. Because he doesn't actually have a soul. Yeah, calm, the toys are alive and that, but his head's empty. Maybe that's what he's talking about. What else did you expect? We're professional. Okay. And this is what I'm saying. The way these guys talk as well, it's like they're talking not necessarily riddles and that, bro, but they're talking parts, but they don't give you the full story. They're talking like parts. So you kind of like have to put the pieces together. They make you work for it, man. Kind of like how a poet would, you get what I'm trying to say? Kind of like, what's the word? Express themselves. There we go. Anyway, next song. There's a part of this beat that was taken from another beat, but I can't remember what flipping beat it is. That instrument right there, bruv, it's right there, but I can't quite put my tongue on it. I recognize that right there. Yeah, man. These guys are drawing from all different types of places within hip-hop, man.
Уверенности море, преданности делу по уши. Открыв глаза зашоренным, теперь ты видишь больше. Не потеряли вектор, не потеряли хватку. Каждый брат ушарит не из робкого десятка. Аниме на плакатах дома у твоей подруги. Вечер в аккурате, мы танцуем буги-вуги. Но ты на фрилансе, нету цели, только дао. Господин Ганат не разливает до хумпао. Синергия умов, топит за качество слов. Лучше бы тебе готовиться, если ты не готов. Мы предвери.
I notice how the flow as well, like the iki, like it's kind of like what do you call it? They're imitating a vinyl, you know, like how a vinyl scratches and how DJ scratches within hip hop and reggae and all that type of stuff. I'm guessing in this case more so hip hop and that, fam. How they used to back in the day. That's exactly how they're emulating the flow. They were doing it earlier as well and that, man. But I love that right there. So their voices literally become instruments and that, fam. Electronic instruments. Like chat to them, man. It's there. Back to the top. Back to the top. Back to the top. Back to the top.
Уверенности море, преданности делу Ocean. Открыл глаза зашоренным, теперь ты видишь больше.
Man said confidence and ocean and that, bruv. Like I'm so confident. Like normally when you talk about the ocean and that, bruv, think about it. Whether it's a boat, whether it's no matter how big the boat is, whether it's a boat, whether it's a ship, whether it's a cruise ship, military ship, whether it's human beings and that, bruv. If the ocean wants to get you out of there, bruv, the ocean is going to get you out of there, bruv. There's no one that can overpower the ocean. So the confidence like an ocean. But he said the dedication to the craft up to the ears. Listen to how these guys connect and put together their thoughts, bro. They're different. They're
Море
different.
преданности делу Ocean. Открыл глаза зашоренным, теперь ты видишь больше. Не потеряли вектор, не потеряли хватку. Каждый брат ушарит не из робкого десятка. Аниме на плакатах дома у твоей подруги. Вечер в аккурате, мы танцуем буги-вуги.
Man said Hajime posters hang. Man said Hajime posters hang in the homes of your girlfriends, man. Oh my days, man. Chat to
You
them.
gonna make me act up. You gonna make me do something I'm gonna regret.
Chat to them, man. Huh? Nah, man, it's different. It's different. It's different.
Дома у твоей подруги. Вечер в аккурате, мы танцуем буги-вуги. Но ты на фрилансе, нету цели, только дао. Господин Ганат не разливает до хумпао. Синергия умов, топит за качество слов. Лучше бы тебе готовиться, если ты не готов. Мы предвери релиза хата-хата-хатуном. Банкеры, мистификаторы, мы снова заодно.
What did I say the last song or 2 songs ago when I said it sounds like they put a speaker in almost an abandoned house and a house that's not necessarily strong and it's like it's shaking and that, fam. And he literally says he got the whole house shaking. But that's a common phrase though anyway within hip hop.
Не надо далеко ходить, тут ребята делят все, что поднимают норматив. Это буря между строк, каждый день и каждый раз. Моя муза на цепи, называет их харассмент. Не надо далеко ходить, тут ребята делят все, что поднимают норматив. Это буря между строк, каждый день и каждый раз. Моя муза на цепи, называет их харассмент.
Man said the guys here split everything they earn. That's the rule and that, man. That's what you call. That's what you call brotherhood, man. That's what you call brotherhood. If you guys are familiar with the biggest, I think the biggest YouTube group in the world is Sidemen. They're a bunch of UK content creators and they've basically been making content for like over a decade together, and the most successful group pretty much in YouTube history. There's been many groups that have been made with big YouTubers as well and big content creators, but they always fall apart. Sidemen have stayed at the top and have just remained getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Why? Because of that brotherhood and that, bro. When they talk about kind of like how they split the money and all of that type of stuff, no one has more than anyone. Everyone gets equal shares. Everyone puts in equal effort. And that is the point to success in that, bro. You see when someone gets too greedy, that's when things start to fall apart, whether it's one person, 2 people, or a whole team and that. But when one person gets too greedy, that is enough to absolutely steer the ship in a completely different direction and go under and sink the whole ship and that, bro. Everyone has to be on the same mindset and that, man. So we share everything equally and that. Chat to them. You get it, you share it. You get it, you share it. We all get it, we all share it, man.
Каждый день и каждый раз моя муза на цепи, называет их харассмент.
My muse is chained. I call it harassment. Chat to them. And what is muse? Muse is kind of like, I don't know how to explain it and that, bro. It has different meanings in that, bro. But your muse is kind of like, that thing that drives you and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your artistic, I don't know. You know, like them words that it's like, I know how to use it, but I don't really necessarily know how to explain it and that. But his muse is like his purpose and that, bro. The thing that kind of keeps him, you know what I mean? So you can chat about his muse is basically chained in that, bro. You can call it harassment. You know what I mean?
Плуты-путы, не теребите-биты, эти не то беды не миновать эти. Плуты-путы, мои петли в руки, муки в отобеге, пока не определили в суки. Плуты-путы, не теребите-биты, эти не то беды не миновать эти. Плуты-путы, мои петли в руки, муки в отобеге, пока не определили в суки.
Man said, tricksters, my loops in my hands. And a loop is kind of like a certain element to production. But then listen how man's voice is literally, bro, like he's talking about the exact thing that's going on within production right now, man. Like, bro, he's literally talking about what's happening basically in that. Like, listen, he's basically narrating what's happening in audible form. These men are talking crazy. Man said pay nonsense room before they label you a biatch. These guys are saying things I ain't never heard them say. But I'm telling you, it's because they're in the hip-hop essence, man. The rap essence. Got them feeling different.
Кило было мало, когда мал был. Кило было мало, когда мал был. Давай до бала рандовой хола. Инди пираты, слушай фамбуль. Хулиганы с нашего двора. Растаманы, блади, моя банда. Ваши рэпера, наша еда. Papillon, иди сюда в объятия. Сколько уже лет локация одна.
So you have the bass or the bass line that's absolutely rumbling and sound like it's going to make your ears burst. But then the adds a completely different layer and even intensifies the sound of the bass because it's another layer. Because that sound basically emulates exactly what's going on within the instrumental and that, bro. And that goes back to what I was saying. These guys, like I said with Kendrick Lamar, Miyagi and that, bro. Now that's exactly what Endshpil is doing. He's taking a certain element of the beat and he's replicating it with his voice and adding another layer to it. So it sounds even more potent. Literally, when he goes, it intensifies in my ears, bro. Like, and then listen to his voice in general. He's making sure like it shakes like the bass line is doing and that, man. Like, bro, but once again, everything connects. That's what I'm going to put in the title of my YouTube. That's what I'm going to put in my YouTube title. Everything connects. Like, everything connects.
Кило было мало, когда мал был. Давай до бала рандовой хола. Инди пираты, слушай фамбуль. Хулиганы с нашего двора. Растаманы, блади, моя банда. Ваши рэпера, наша еда. Papillon, иди сюда в объятия. Сколько уже лет локация одна. Ты знаешь, где искать, мы не терялись. За нас говорят наши дела. Это милли мантры.
Бросай это дело.
And obviously, speaking of the Rasta man and then militant and that, bro. Obviously, Rasta man militant and that, man. If you already know about that culture, that religion, that way of living and that. And then obviously the milli, like, bro, he's drawing from different places and that, man. I could be reaching with that one, but that's the thing with rap and that, bro. You add as much meanings to it as you can when you hear a certain lyric and that.
Бросай это дело.
Кило было мало, когда мал был. Давай до бала рандовой хола. Инди пираты, слушай фамбуль. Хулиганы с нашего двора.
Hold on. Because there's a bar that he keeps saying a kilo wasn't enough when I was younger. Now, when he says kilo, obviously you think you get what I'm trying to say. But obviously he ain't talking about that unless you was saying the money that he was getting from that wasn't enough. Basically as a child, he didn't have enough and he wanted more, basically. You get me? Maybe that's kind of like what he's trying to say. But if that's not it, let me know what he means down below.
И пираты, слушай фамбуль. Хулиганы с нашего двора. Мой братцы в чартах выдували кольца. кольца, твой шанс и захваченный ремиксы в шорцах, оплот неброских пустых эмоций. Ядовитый контент мой свой. Туску зарви голова, мне будто бы хат, двиг голодал, не голодал, ведь ты вертись, не голодай. Трига пера, района свора, двигала в такт, и Владика бумбак, тебя игры нанимал.
What I want you guys to realize is, so right now, bro, get out, bro. Like, let me exit the thing, fam. Like, the hell? So this is one. So how many tracks now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're 7 tracks in, and not once has Miyagi replicated or done the same flow. He keeps on changing it every single song. Right there is what you call a madman, because the fact that he can come up with so many different ways to distort his voice naturally and also with production and that, man, is crazy to me. But like I said, he's abiding by what the beat is telling him to do and also adding his own little style on there as well, and that. So because the beats are all constantly different, he's also going to make sure he's different as well. Like, I don't think not one song has he done the exact same thing. He's constantly changing the way he delivers his bars, and I feel like the same with Endshpil as well, and that, bruv, like, crazy to me, man. And obviously the song is embodying exactly what's going on right now. Obviously at the start when they were talking about why Hajime, you can't do anything with those copycats, now they're kind of taking it to a more grittier place and that, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Basically that type of energy, like, no matter what you're on and that, bro, you can't do anything to us and that, bro. We're too militant, we move a certain type of way and that, man. You can't touch us, you can't harm us and that, bro, and you can't replicate what we do type of thing. That's the rhetoric that they're giving with this one right here, audibly and also with the visuals as well. But reload Miyagi again, fam. And it's like his flow and also the beat as well was like a completely different to the first half as well, and that, man. It's like 2 completely different songs.
Мои бацы в чартах выдували кольца, твой шанс и захваченный ремиксы в шорцах, оплот неброских пустых эмоций. Ядовитый контент мой свой. Туску зарви.
Sorry, he said a stronghold of subtle, empty emotions, and that once again, these guys are poets and everything connects. Those are the only 2 things that I want you to take away from this video. These guys are poets and everything connects. Those 2 things.
Выдували кольца, твой шанс и захваченный ремиксы в шорцах, оплот неброских пустых эмоций. Ядовитый контент мой свой. Туску зарви голова, мне будто бы хат, двиг голодал, не голодал, ведь ты вертись, не голодай. Трига пера, района свора, двигала в такт, и Владика бумбак, тебя игры нанимал. Ара-пара-кап, ля-ля-ля-ля-ля-ля, эти плагины дымят, распетлял, тял-тял, я. Ара-пара-кап, ля-ля-ля-ля-ля-ля, эти плагины дымят, распетлял, тял-тял, я. Петли в меха, ты намерен греть жестко. Твоя музыка, твой хлеб, но хлеб черствый. Если все, что ты хотел, обрек себя, ты на забвение, остался неудел.
And obviously there's production obviously going on. There's a lot of production elements going on with his voices. Like, right here, bruv, I can't lie to you. These guys and Playboy, not Playboy Carti. Travis Scott, I don't know, maybe not Travis Scott now, but there's Travis Scott in a certain era. If he linked up with these guys, or even a Kanye West, if he's in a certain mind state and a healthy mind state, I linked up with these guys, bruv, Miyagi Endshpil, or just guys from Hajime, Travis Scott and Kanye West and that, bro, and these guys is prime, bro, they would make a disgusting song, because the way these guys play with the sonics production wise, it's crazy, because they can naturally play with their voice and do things to kind of like distort their voice and change their voice and have different accents and all of that, but then they also know how to do it to the exact same level, if not better, with production as well. So it's like 2 completely different layers, and if you listen properly, that's what's going on right now. So they have the production levels where they're distorting the voice, and Miyagi's doing different things to his voice in terms of production, but he's also naturally doing things with his voice as well to make him sound, I don't even know what to say, kind of like the other song where it was more underground. He's making himself sound like a monster, more raw, more gritty, more aggressive. Like, yeah, man.
Если все, что ты хотел, обрек себя, ты на забвение, остался неудел. Чисто на скин.
And also listen to what he's talking about as well. Man's talking about blood, bones, this, that, like, you get me? Like the song is embodying the beat and also what's going on screen. Because when we talk about mixed martial arts and that street fights, all of that, where people can pretty much use any part of their body and them thing, but these are bloody sports and that, man. So the way man like Miyagi is actually delivering his words and that, bro, emulates this perfectly. Only with skills. Man said real boom bap, that's blood and bones. What will your footsteps leave behind in that, bro? Yeah. They're poets, bro. They're poets. And how I said that there was absolutely perfect. I said the poets and then the beat broke down, bro. That was perfect right there. Accompanied me nicely. All right, on to the next one. Next is Sample featuring TumaniYO. I realized TumaniYO's on a lot of these, man.
Долбим до победного. Хантеры рубаки мигом выхватили бледного. Дорого ли тебе обходится нежная предана? Сиплом и фальшивом автомате безответного. С клипом не заможешь, очевидно бедная грязная кредо отродя.
So right now, obviously, once again, album trailer, when them man drank the ayahuasca water or whatever they drank from the old lady and the man or whatever, then they went into wherever they went to beyond an abyss and were in their subconscious and all of that type of stuff. Now we're seeing the wolves mash up the horse right now and that from an attack it as a pack. And the bars that we literally just heard, first of all, was we grind until victory. Hunters, hard hitters, quickly snatched up the weak one. And that's exactly what these guys are doing right now, bro. The wolves are literally preying on the weak one and that, bro. Look how easily the horse, just a little nibble on the leg and that, bro, and it fell down, man. It's weak, bro. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? Listen, man. Everything connects.
Бедного, дорого ли тебе обходится нежная предана? Сиплом и фальшивом автомате безответного. С клипом не заможешь, очевидно бедная грязная кредо отродясь не верит зарево. Горит палево пламенем синим, они в ударе. Улицы дарились душами слабых, глядели боба собаки до копы. Аммы. Бит барханов развязал, руки сломал.
They literally become part of the beats, whether they're saying words or sounds, bro. They become part of the beat, bro. And also the way he said, how expensive does your gentle creed cost you? Then he followed it up with a spliff won't cover up your obviously poor, dirty creed that never believed in the sunrise. Now, I don't know if I'm getting the exact translation, but he's still giving me a gist in that, bro, because creed is basically, you know what I'm saying? But also creed is in like, what's your smell? What's that smell like? Perfume or cologne, you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah.
Клипом не заможешь, очевидно бедная грязная кредо отродясь не верит зарево. Горит палево пламенем синим, они в ударе. Улицы дарились душами слабых, глядели боба собаки до копы. Аммы. Бит барханов развязал, руки сломал тормоза. Штурвала зигзаг, отжимая на виражах. Нам во что бы то ни было надо делать чудеса. Инди панда, Мияги, тумани, мясо на низах. Соломы за бубра, и пришла пора. Из ёбаных треки на репите до утра.
Wait, did he say salam?
Тормоза, штурвала зигзаг, отжимая на виражах. Нам во что бы то ни было надо делать чудеса. Инди панда, Мияги, тумани, мясо на низах. Соломы за бубра, и вот пришла пора. Из ёбаных треки на репите до утра. Твои разговоры, джиги на битах, суета, шутеры по норам.
Man said, to hell with your talk, fake gangsters on beats, all noise, pimps hiding in their holes. Pimps hiding in their holes and that, bro. Like, hiding, obviously, what do you call it, like in the holes in terms of wherever the house is or whatever and that, bro. But also hose, as in their hose, like their hose and that, bro, depending on the way he said it, because pronunciation matters a lot. So I don't know how he pronounced it in the Russian language and that, but it can mean hoes, as in homes, the location that he lives. It could mean hoes, as in the girls that he manages and takes from and exploits, and also holes, as in the people that he exploits and manages there. You know, in the, yeah, man, the flipping fountain of youth, as people like to call it and that, bro. So that could have three meanings depending on how we pronounced it in the Russian language and that.
Разговоры, джиги на битах, суета, шутеры по норам. До победного крутится винил, душу обжигает сэмпл. До победного крутятся типы, долбят качественный стиль. До победного крутится винил, душу обжигает сэмпл. До победного крутятся типы, долбят качественный стиль. То, с чего всех...
This is what I'm saying, bruv. There's no way that was Endspil. Because that's what he's telling me, but there's no way that was Endspil, bruv. What the F? This, bruv, every single time they go onto the next track, they're completely changing their identity sonically, bro, and how they sound musically, bro. Have I ever heard an album like this before, bro? Where the artist makes a conscious effort to sound completely different, not even with every song, with every verse, bro. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. And also, going back up, bruv, he said, my heart beats exactly with the beat. Once again, everything connects down to the flipping heartbeat and the soul, bro. Like, bruv, that's going to be my title, bro. Everything connects.
Чего всех прет, будто рвет химией. Где найди оригинала, шимия, шимией. Куда ты полез, там выхода нет, поверь. Стыд и срам не пугают, дерьма наварят как леза, толщину как...
Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan, shimmy shimmy ya shimmy, if you know you know.
Чего всех прет, будто рвет химией. Где найди оригинала, шимия, шимией. Куда ты полез, там выхода нет, поверь. Стыд и срам не пугают, дерьма наварят как леза, толщину котлет. Трендовые доступен свободно, остепенись, пока не поздно, ломаются кости. Пробиты башни под гнетом купола в аккурате. Кто-то тут строит зиккурат, видно из окон в хате нокаут.
So first of all, this is what I'm talking about with every single artist they acquire knows their assignment, and they're pretty much just as good or near the skill level of Miyagi and Endspil, and also knowledge level as well in terms of the, what do you call it, the genre that they're venturing into as well. So right there, the shimmy shimmy ya shimmy yay Wu-Tang reference, and if I'm not mistaken, he also referenced Wu-Tang Clan earlier on, if I'm not mistaken as well. And then also the bar right here that says they'll cook up garbage in the pot for the thickness of the paycheck. Once again, all of these guys are poets and that, bro. They'll cook up garbage in a pot, basically just release music for whatever. With these guys, when they're releasing these type of albums, I do not mind if these guys disappear for 1, 2, 3 years, maybe release a few singles in between time and in the meantime, but take multiple years to create albums like this, because I'm sure the research, the mindset that they have to bring themselves into, because let's be honest, Miyagi and Endspil and the whole of Hajime, these guys are like actors, bro. Like, that's how deep it's getting. You know how an actor has to prepare for this role, and then the next role is completely different to this one, and the next one is completely different to... That's basically these guys. They're not making the same album again and again and again. Like, the amount of research, the depth of research, the what do you call it, the sonics, the genres that they draw from, or the specific genre that they draw from, while also having a main genre that they're concentrating on, but also pulling from other genres, because there's been a lot of Jamaican reggae references in here as well, bro. Like, listen, man. These guys are ridiculous, bro. I can't even lie to you. And I appreciate the fact that the artists, not only just Miyagi and Endspil, have the same appreciation and take the same amount of care as they do as well, and that, because it makes these songs so much more special, man. I see why TumaniYO was on this one right here. He deserves to be called a trio with these guys and that, fam. You know, and he ain't just a feature in that, bro. He's basically, this whole It's this album is basically a Miyagi Endspil and TumaniYO and that, bro. With the way he's performing and that, bro. Like this is World Cup Champions League final level performances, bro.
Там купола в аккурате, кто-то тут строит зиккурат. Видно из окон в хате нокаут Виктори. Клубы дыма вместе с литрами выросли на том, что называют real shit. Троха дамки.
Now he's singing.
Клубы дыма вместе с литрами выросли на том, что называют real shit. Троха дам в тишине, где ты пищишь. Крысы хавают друг друга в клетках пищевой цепи. Rest in peace.
So a man said rats eating each other, bro, in cages of the food chain and that, man. Like, once again, poet, man. Not only is man giving you a little bit of bars in there and that, bro, man's a poet.
Крысы хавают друг друга в клетках пищевой цепи. Rest in peace.
До победного крутится винил, душу обжигает сэмпл.
So not only is the flow somewhat reggae, the beat pattern is also reggae as well and that, bro. This is what the main genre that they're drawing from is hip hop, is rap, but then they're also drawing a lot from that Caribbean influence. And obviously people also say as well, without Jamaica as well, they also had an influence in hip hop and that, in the creation of hip hop as well. So it also makes sense why they're drawing from it, man. And I always say, in terms of technical ability and all of that type of stuff, bro, the closest country, if not even better than America, personally, for me and that, bro, is Jamaica and that, fam. Like the technical ability, the syllable play and that, bro. If you want the best in the world and that, bro, America, Jamaica, those two places right there, man. You can't really beat it still. Me can't lie to you. And I'm talking modern day and also old school artists. Booyaka, booyaka. Yeah, man. With the flute in there.
Простите, профессор, но ваши гости уже прибывают. Я буду подавать ужин. Спасибо, рукоблуд. Вообще-то я смотритель. О, какие клевые коньки. Катайся на них осторожнее, а то упадешь и ногу сломаешь. Это смешно, очень смешно. Хлопаю двумя руками. Я очень тронут этим.
Мертвые хоббиты, но есть пуль, жирные пятки обвивают тело как куст. И пусть мы как семейка Адамс на фоне. Я знаю фильмы, где мне дали бы главные роли. Хулю, Холливуд тут дымит год. Попы настолько заебал, что неуместный тут Калифорния. У нас погоня. Снупи не представляет, как он вывозил меня на поле боя. О, это мой Scarymove. Ты не уверен в этом кинчике, но тут не грабят и не врут. О, это мой Scarymove. Наглые диггеры в бой кэши заберут подруг Мэнни. О, какой он твой Scarymove, если мы в титрах угорали над подачей тех плаксивых кур. О, это мой Scarymove. Сын, я сам пишу себе сценарий. Мой Scarymove. Мертвые хоббиты.
Hold on. So obviously sonically, we've had moments where it's emulated, where Miyagi and Endspil were basically on the album teaser and that, bro, where the whole pack of wolves of surrounding them, they were in that big ass corpse of whatever dinosaur corpse or whatever that was in that, bro. This song is probably the one that emulates it the most in terms of audibly and visually. We've had sounds like it at the start, especially where these guys were sounding like they were in the underworld, but now we're back to that kind of like horrorcore, horror film type of theme as well, and that, bro. But also the visuals as well. They're talking about the Addams family and all of that type of stuff. That's why we're seeing these certain type of images on the screen right now. Yeah, what I'm trying to say. And I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot. Oh yeah, the bars. But let's go.
Я буду подавать ужин. Спасибо, руковод. Вообще-то я смотрю.
And also, when I talk about kind of like they're venturing different parts of hip hop as well, because you know, like for example, they mentioned Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. Did I say clan or clan? I don't know. Wu-Tang Clan are very famous for like taking what do you call it, like martial art films and all that type of stuff, and taking those type of films and using like sound bites and samples from those type of films, which is something that you don't really see. You get what I'm trying to say? But also hip hop has a lot of references to a lot of popular film and also TV and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Whether it's the bars, whether it's samples, and that's what these guys are engaging in right now. And they're obviously doing it by taking an actual sample from whatever film, whatever this flipping narration is right here, and also with what they're saying as well, because like I said, they've been mentioning the Addams family and all of that type of stuff. You get me? So yeah, they're getting deep with it, and they're venturing different parts of hip hop with them. This whole album.
Подавать ужин. Спасибо, руковод. Вообще-то я смотритель. О, какие клевые коньки. Катайся на них осторожнее, а то упадешь.
I haven't watched Addams Family, but this might be from me.
Очень смешно. Пробуй двумя руками. Я очень трудно с этим.
Мертвые хоббиты, но есть пуль, жирные пятки обвивают тело как куст. И пусть мы как семейка Адамс на фоне. Я знаю фильмы, где мне дали бы главные роли. Хулю, Холливуд, тут дымит год. Попы настолько заебат, что неуместный тут Калифорния. У нас погоня. Снупи не представляет, как он вывозил меня на поле боя.
So he also said, I know movies where they'd give me the leading role. I feel like what that basically talks to is, like I said, just like with hip hop and that, man, and how people reference a lot of different movies in terms of what they're saying, and also taking certain samples from it and certain sound bites and certain clips from it and putting it onto the music. I feel like it's because hip hop artists can relate to a lot of that stuff, whether it's people talking about Pablo Escobar and that whole type of lifestyle, or whether it's talking about flipping power in terms of the recent times, or Franklin from Snowfall in recent times. I feel like that's what Miyagi's also talking to. Like, there's certain roles that he's lived in real life which will allow him to be able to act in these movies because he's already lived it and experienced it. And then he also said where Snoopy doesn't even realize how he carried me through the battlefield and that, but because, like, once again, so how people can relate to these movies and all these different TV shows is the exact same way us listeners and also the artists relate to the person that's also rapping and that, bro. So obviously Snoop Dogg is a person in Miyagi's life that helped him through tough times and that, bro. So you see that parallel right there, how the movies influence and inspire the rapper, and also the rapper now inspires also all these different listeners, and these listeners may also be a rapper. It may be some random guy that's going to school, it may be some random guy that's in flipping Kazakhstan or South Africa or Gambia, or you know what I mean. So this is what I'm saying, it's just a chain reaction, man. You know what I mean? But chat to them. Obviously, the artist that inspires people was also inspired by someone else.
Попы настолько заебат, что неуместный тут Калифорния. У нас погоня. Снупи не представляет, как он вывозил меня на поле боя. Это мой Scarymove. Ты не уверен в этом кинчике, но тут не грабят и не врут. Это мой Scarymove. Наглые диггеры вид. Бойся, если заберут подруг Мэнни. Какой он твой Scarymove, если мы в титрах угорали над подачей тех плаксивых кур. Это мой Scarymove, сын, я сам пишу себе сценарий. Мой Scarymove.
The man said I write my own script. And also, because he's saying scary move, there's a movie that's going to be coming out soon. I think the trailer came out called Scary Movie, so he also could be referencing that as well and writing his own script. And obviously writing his own script, Scary Movie, but he could also be referencing the film Scary Movie.
My scary move.
Well, he's saying move, not movie, so. So this is the second song where it sounds like it's 2 in 1. because this sounds completely different to the first
Завязывай
half.
с лишними тратами, события не перематывай. Излишки обрубим градами, ты же беги за своими каратами. Невежество любит укатывать, с тебя расщепляя на атомы. Желание жить и любить угасает, и ты уже дышишь на ладан. В поклоне
One line, because this is the first time we've heard this type of tone. It sounds like he's pleading with the person, he's begging the person, he's weakened that, but like what this person is doing is fully affecting him, and he's literally pleading with him because he literally said, stop with the unnecessary spending, you can't rewind events, we'll cut off the excess with the fences. That's a cold bar right there. While you run chasing your carrots, I'm guessing diamonds, ignorance loves guessing, bro, tearing you apart atom by atom. Once again, he's a poet with the bars in there, but every single flow has been scary, has been bold, has been aggressive. This is the first one where it's like it's the complete opposite. You know what I mean? Now he doesn't sound like he's the one doing the scaring, he sounds like he's the one that is being scared. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Scary move.
This might be a changing point in the album.
Завязывай с лишними тратами, события не перематывай. Излишки обрубим градами, ты же беги за своими каратами. Невежество любит укатывать, с тебя расщепляя на атомы. Желание жить и любить угасает, и ты уже дышишь на ладан. В погоне за дикими вкусами, богаты не теми ресурсами. И прячу болемики в биты, коверкаю минусы, делая плюсами. А все ли мы делали правильно? Конечно же нет, но исправили. Мы хаслим по совести, базару нет, ты тоже хаслер, но мамин.
You're a hustler too, but a mama's boy, bro. Chat to them, man. Shout out mommy, man. Yeah, nah, what, there's no way. Why is it not? I was about to say, bro, why is it not working, bro? But there's 3 lines right there where he said oh yeah, he said rich in the wrong kinds of resources. So you can be rich, but you can be rich in positive things and also rich in negative things. He said I hide debates inside the beat, because there's certain things that people don't talk about in terms of outside of music, but when you get into the booth now, even though you might not want to talk about it with someone, when that beat cuts on and when you're in the booth and in that zone, it's like you want to speak on things that you would never normally speak to with a regular person. It's like a therapy session and that, man. Twisting the negatives and turning them into positives. Then he said, did we do the right thing? ? Of course not, but we corrected it, bro.
Okay.
This is what people got to understand, bro. At the end of the day, you got to put your best foot forward and always try to do your best. But sometimes your best isn't going to be enough. And in those times, it's not a problem. We can correct it, man. You get what I'm trying to say?
Ты хаслер, но мамин. Базару нет, ты тоже хаслер, но мамин. Ты хаслер, но мамин. Базару нет, ты тоже хаслер, но мамин.
And I feel like this also speaks to kind of like this dark, eerie feel that we've been talking about, how it was kind of up top, talking about the Addams family and how we move and all of that type of stuff, and kind of just speaking on kind of like violence, war, the streets, and how people move and how the kind of like the perception that you kind of have to put out there as well when you're in these certain type of places, when it's life or death or whatever. Yeah, you're a hustler, but at the same time, you're a mama's boy. Yeah, you're out there putting on this scary face and all of that type of stuff, but at the same time, you have a heart, bro. You have feelings. I always say this, the gangsters are the biggest lover boys, and that all these guys that act like, I'm big and I'm bad, and they're the biggest teddy bears in the world and that, man. They're the biggest ones that want and need love. You get what I'm trying to say, man? Chat to them. Because I was even saying this at my workplace. There's this guy that I have at my workplace or whatever. He's tall. He's like, I don't even know, bro. Like 6'7", 6'6", maybe even tall or whatever. But he's like very happy all the time, smiling and that, making people laugh. And I was like, yo, in terms of my experience that I've come across, every single very, very tall person that I know, bro, are always just fun to be around and that, bro. The caring, cuddly, all of that type. You know what I'm saying? And that just good people in general, man. And that's what I mean by saying that the biggest gangsters and the people like the big bad wolves are the ones that need love the most, man. I'm telling you, you get me? So yeah, I'm a hustler. Yeah, we got to go out there and get it, and we got to be scary and put on our scary face, but at the same time, I'm a mama's boy. I need my love, man. You know what I mean? I need my love. Back to them. Ooh, I didn't even notice that, bro. They're burying the Wapines. Oh, lyrics, 1 minute. Okay, so this is the second one. To be honest, actually, no, maybe let's say a third one. Because like I said, the Scarymove kind of gave like horrorcore type of vibes or whatever. And to be honest, there's a few songs that gave horrorcore, but I'm talking about songs that were titled a certain type of way, and then the instrumental embodied what the title was. So obviously we had West, which that embodied a West Coast type of sound. We had Scarymove, which kind of embodied once again like a horrorcore type of sound. And now this one is called Boom Bap, which Boom Bap is also another type of hip hop and that with another type of sound and that, man. You get me? Simplistic but bouncy. Let's get into it though.
Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love, one more. Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love. Я заряжен на 100, Влади мой дом. Собираю всех, чтобы расшатать пол. Сука, one more. Listen up, yo. Просят не кричать, но мы делаем шоу. Я заряжен на 100, сука, что не день, то праздник. Нагружаем звуком, а место фантастик. Банда бум-бэп, кто не знал, тот услышит. Ты срывает башню от одной нашей крышки.
Now, that's the boom bap that I'm used to. Shout out to Lethal Needle and that, but that's actually a cold beat right there. But when you say boom bap, even that right there is a tad bit more aggressive than that, man. But when you say boom bap, that's the boom bap that I'm used to. These guys are doing some next thing, bro. So not only are they also emulating the boom bap, but obviously what they're saying, because they're literally saying bada boom bap. But then also the beat is like a much more aggressive type of this genre and that, man. Crazy to me. And then what was I even going to say? Yeah, also if you listen to the bada, when they say boom bap, listen to the beat as well, bro. Listen to the beat. This is what I'm saying when these guys make a conscious effort to emulate the beat and also sound like the beat. That boom bap is exactly also in the beat as well. If you listen properly in that, fam. Yeah, they're emulating that exact same type of sound and those two hits right there within the beat, fam. Chat to them, bro. And also, we got that Jamaica influence, that one mic, one love, bro. Come on now, man.
Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love, one more. Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love. Я заряжен на 100, Влади мой дом. Собираю всех, чтобы расшатать пол. Сука, one more. Listen up, yo. Просят не кричать, но мы делаем шоу. Я заряжен на 100, сука, что не день, то праздник. Нагружаем звуком, а место фантастик. Банда бум-бэп, кто не знал, тот услышит. Ты срывает башню от одной нашей крышки. Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love, one more. Заряжаем летсфол, заполняем танцпол. Все мы делаем шоу. One mic, one love. Не топчемся на ми.
But you see, now he sounds like a dog, bro. Miyagi sounds like a flipping Rottweiler, bro, that just angry that his girl just got taken away from him, man. You know what I mean? Like, you look down the street and there's another dog humping his girl, bro. That's literally what Miyagi sounds like right now. He sounds like a aggressive, rabid dog, bro. But I still can't believe Endshpil is what I'm hearing in these type of sounds. Because normally it's Miyagi that gets this aggressive, bro. Nah, Endshpil has leveled up. He's leveled up. Maybe there is songs where he's going this aggressive, but I can't remember them, bro. I don't remember hearing them, man. Or maybe I just haven't heard them, but he's going overly aggressive, bro. But listen to Miyagi, fam. He sounds like a flipping crazy dog, bro. Listen.
заставила подрывать зад. Твоя подра делась больше не твоя. Бум-бум рэп, мама бум-бум рэп.
Душа перестала петь, она вырвала микро и зачитала рэп. Уши прежнего фестиваля мной. Те, кто из пластмассы, они навредят природе. Хаджиме, добрый можно быть для всех, кроме того.
Yeah, I would say his flow here as well sounds more reggae than anything. I don't really feel like he has a hip-hop type of flow here. I feel like it's more reggae flow here with...
Душа перестала петь, она вырвала микро и зачитала рэп. Уши прежнего фестиваля мной. Те, кто из пластмассы, они навредят природе. Хаджиме, добрый можно быть для всех, кроме того.
Man said, forget those plastic people, they'll harm the Hajime culture. You can be kind to everyone except idiots and that, bro. Chat to them, bro. But specifically that, forget those plastic people, they'll harm the Hajime culture. What did I tell you about these guys? Yeah, cool, they go into different genres and do different sounds, but when they do it, they do it properly, bro. They make sure they embody the artistry properly. So when he's talking about, oh yeah, forget about those fake people and that, bro, they can't mix with us and that, bro. We're not the same. The process and the way we approach music and the way we just move in general, outside and inside of music and that, fam. Me and you can't mix and that, bro. You'll ruin the Hajime culture and that, man. You know, I ain't moving. One of these, man. You know, I ain't. Get out of here, man.
Посажу на жопу одним тейком, не вставая резко, колпак загорелся как ниндзя. Уходим в завесу бандай, взгляд убитый, да нельзя, но он пронзает. Ай-яй-яй, без варианта промаха, нокаут, Джара Стаффера, и я его солдат с города А. Внутри психопат покажет, как в стиле раздать. Отвисла челюсть, ты не ожидал, врубай заново, обана.
Well, I was even gonna say, actually, let me let it finish. Shout out to Audible Prodoki, man. Shout out to Audible Prodoki. But right there, bro, he said, the psychopath inside me shows how to distribute the style, man. And I already said this, if you think of people like ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, and all of these different guys, Busta Rhymes, man, these guys are like mad scientists. Even Miyagi Endshpil, TumaniYO always showed it as well. To certain ways that they're rapping that you wouldn't hear your regular, everyday, average rapper rap, because I'll be like, yo, what is this guy doing type of thing? You have to be a mad scientist to be able to be one of the greats, Kendrick Lamar and that, fam. Some of the voices that he does when he's rapping and that, fam. There was another line in here as well that was crazy to me. Where is he? 1 minute. When he said right here, this also goes back to the line where he was talking about the plastic or whatever, bro. Where is that? He said, forget those plastic people. They harm the Hajime culture. And then right here, he says, we've known how to do this. He said, we think for ourselves. We don't need advice. We've known how to do this since the hallway days. So we're moving the exact same. Yeah, we've progressed. The sound might have changed. We might have gotten better. But we're moving the exact same. The foundation, the soul is the exact same. And that also speaks to, man, like, I think it was Miyagi when he was saying that we're not connected to the machine and we're moving away from the machine or whatever. Speaking about the rap machine and the machine in the industry, in the music industries and that, but like, we moved the exact same way since the hallway days, just on a bigger level and that, man. Like, chat to them. But on to the next song though. Quartz. And this is this, what's his name again? 1 minute. That's correct. Skript-Onit. I think I might have reacted to like 2 of his songs or whatever. You guys let me know if I'm saying that name right as well. But yeah, I think I've reacted to like 2 of his songs. I need to go back and look at all my different playlists and make sure I have all the songs in there, because I know I have a Russian playlist, but I know all the songs aren't in there, man. So I need to make sure that I pattern that properly. But let's get into it. Let's see what I go on. Miyagi Endshpil, Skript-Onit. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Let's see what I go on. Quartz.
Балом скилла груда, вряд ли грубо чудо. Бедный твой релиз, как вечно грязная посуда. Напрячь, но когда тебя не будет, твоей бэйби станет легче меркантильная паскуда. Миксы.
Sorry, for these last few songs, I was trying not to pause it too much, but he said loads of skill, piles of it, groove loops a miracle. I was like, I don't even need to say anything. It's self-explanatory. Then he said your poor release is like permanently dirty dishes and that, bro. And then going back to him speaking of he has loads of skill and that, bro. Like, bro, chat to them, man. Chat to, and then listen to the beat as well, how abrupt it is once again, man. Like, jagged edge.
Балом скилла груда, нет ли грубо чудо? Бедный твой релиз, как вечно грязная посуда. Напрячь, но когда тебя не будет, твоих бэйби станет легче меркантильная паскуда. Миксы, бабки, тачки, наш заначки. В голове болтянка, вот итог твоей прокачки.
Did I see chopsticks as well? Once again, everything connects. They make it just one line, bro. They're making sure that there's a visual to represent it. But where he's saying your poor release is like permanently dirty dishes, then says your flavor will finally breathe easier, you greedy bastard. Bruv, he's a poet while giving you bars. Because think about it. When you're tasting something, for example, taking medicine and it's not nice, what do? You hold your nose. Because when you breathe, that whole system and the way our body works, that whole breathing, all that type of stuff, that's kind of what gives us our taste. It's part of it or whatever. So him basically saying your flavor will only breathe easier. You agree? Like, bro, everything is connected and that, man. Because your taste is connected to your breathing, bro. And then how much you eat is also connected to how greedy you are, bro.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
Станет легче меркантильная паскуда. Миксы, бабки, тачки, наш заначки. В голове болтянка, вот итог твоей прокачки. Никакого хапа на заляпанном мамкина. Ты писака, локаторы не пари, тут без этого красота. Гулял на сиги, от с дырявой лиги. Брендами напичканы, гангстеры, барыги. Сколько не...
So, bruv, no. So Miyagi has been on verses and he's also been on hooks as well. So let's say altogether, Miyagi has, I don't know, how many songs are on this thing? It's like 13 songs or whatever, I can't even remember. So let's say 13 songs, he has 13 verses and then he's on like 3 or 4 hooks. Normally the regular artist will make sure that they because what he's doing is, like I said, he's changing his style and the way he delivers his bars and his flows. Every single song is always completely different. So he will make sure, a regular artist would make sure that they're basically different and have 13 different styles or 15, 16, 17 different styles, depending on how many verses and hooks they are on. With Miyagi though, with one verse, he is choosing to have 2 completely different styles. So like I said, let's say he has 13 flipping, verses, and then like 4 different hooks and that, bro. That's what? 15 sets, so 17 different, verses and hooks or whatever. Normally a regular artist would say, okay, now I need to come up with 17 different flows and da. Nah, he's saying let's double that, bro. And take it even further to the point where in one flipping verse, bro, this guy is basically 2 completely different people. Like, I don't think you understand, bro, like the amount of dedication and stamina, musical stamina that takes, because the regular artists ain't bothering with this. They're just here for the money, bro. They're here to spit a verse and then go. He's saying, nah, bro, we got to make sure, bro, that I'm delivering my best work to the point where in one flipping verse, bro, man's giving you 2 completely different sides of himself, and he's been doing it for every other part.
Сколько ни вникай, ты не найдешь ответы после бандика. Спрячь свои советы в папиросы, что оставят дурака. Пламенный бомба, город бери, окольными бел, собирай свой ком до курок. Я без маски, либери там бандуру, на битах, осилю берега, расстелись. Так что крови плоть, так что крови плоть, так что крови плоть, так что крови плоть, так что крови плоть. Сквозь призму ядом слов полный батл. Вышел и раздал в 95-м. Голос из прекрасного далека. Я позволил себе очень много. Мы разыгрались на коротком пасе в поле. Этакая тики-така, минус голень. Играем без ошибок, чули. Ловить свой 43-й муви.
we started playing with short passes in the field, like tiki-taka football minus the shin. So tiki-taka football is, if the best example, think of someone like Barcelona and that, in their prime or whatever. Short passes, bang, 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 like a pinball machine, bro. You don't even know where the ball is. Just short passes, precise and that, bro. You know what I mean? Not doing too much, minus the shin. Because if you think about it, when you have a bad touch or sometimes you try to hit a ball and it goes in a direction that you don't want it, normally it's the shin that touches it. So I like how we added that there, because a footballer like Messi or whatever, you're not going to see the ball hit off his shin by mistake and that, bro, or him trip up or whatever and that, bro. He's too precise for that. So it's tiki-taka football minus the shin. We don't make no mistakes in that, bro. Oh, layers, man, layers.
Не шарю, как играть на NPC. Меня волнует больше бит, меньше рэп. Слушай, молчи. Всякий раз я убираю.
Did I go back or forward? Wait.
Компассе в поле, это гейт прекрасного далека. Я позволил себе очень много. Мы разыгрались на коротком пасе в поле. Это гейт, тики-така, минус голень. Играем без ошибок, чуви. Ловить свой 43-й муви. Не шарю, как играть на NPC. Меня волнует больше бит, меньше рэп. Слушай, молчи. Всякий раз я убираю звуки. И любая яма раскачает бачи, чем гантели руки. Мои головы молчат, но заметь, я зашел. Даже так ограбил рэперов, поставил нагишом. Для многих шоу, но я учился у достойных. Не подходи к ним, там много водных.
Я не отдал за это и бомбы, но мне это дорого. Ты реально хуеешь от фэнси. И такой рэпчик не выглядит будто дорого. Претендуешь на новый стилек, не слезая с горба в город. Твой рэпчик как облако, не стерпит ничего, кроме фоток бесспорная короба. В понедельник оболь.
I don't know why, but his cadence and rhyme scheme is kind of reminded me of like certain Asian languages, bro. No kizzy. Like the way his cadence and the pace at which he's speaking at, and kind of like his, not necessarily his accent, but like I said, his cadence and the pace, the tempo in which he's spitting at, bro, kind of reminds me of kind of like the Asian region and that, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like Japanese or, you know what I mean?
Рэпчик не выглядит будто дорого. Претендуешь на новый стилек, не слезая с горба в город. Твой рэпчик как облако, не стерпит ничего, кроме фоток бесспорная короба. В понедельник, а больше не чувствую бодрости. Обращал, но я лишь человек, а устал, так что их только Бог простит. Мы больше прямо из области, прямо из задницы. Рэп это тупо колоноскопия. Там как крайные Оскары. Пик-н-ролл, решающий геншую постера. Мы не просто all-star.
This might be the most modern hip-hop flow I've heard, and none of them have really been quote-unquote modern. Like, they've all been very uniquely them. But just that little like, that might have been the most like modern day hip-hop rap flow that I've heard in this whole album still. Shout out Skriптонит.
Там много водных.
Я не отдал за это и бомбы, но мне это дорого. Ты реально хуеешь от фэнси. И такой рэпчик не выглядит.
Like, I don't know if you guys also know what I'm talking about, but like right there, if you watch anime and you hear the tone in which they're speaking, the tempo, that sounds like certain like anime scripts. I know he's not actually speaking like an Asian language type of thing, but the pace in which he's talking and the cadence reminds me of like an anime dialect or whatever, you know?
Грабил рэперов, поставил нагишом. Для многих шоу, но я учился у достойных. Не подходи к ним, там много водных.
Я не отдал за это и бомбы, но мне это дорого. Ты реально хуеешь от фэнси. И такой рэпчик не выглядит будто дорого. Претендуешь на новый стилек, не слезая с горба в город. Твой рэпчик как облако, не стерпит ничего, кроме фоток бесспорная короба. В понедельник, а больше не чувствую бодрости. Обращал, но я лишь человек, а устал, так что их только Бог простит. Мы больше прямо из области, прямо из задницы. Рэп это тупо колоноскопия. Там как крайные Оскары. Пик-н-ролл, решающий геншую постера. Мы не просто all-star, а дом старый. Мне не нужен киношный судос и поп-стар. Пара битов и какой-нибудь комп старый. Хватит, чтоб сделать свежее, чем весь хип-хоп старый. А как деров, пасы плюс холл. Хоть на мне нет этих Луи Виттон, Прада. Но больше не боссы, бро, мы молодые, Дон Дады. А просто музло, как играть пинг-понг без пары. Бурбон без шикар, баллада без гитар. Вечерами я думал о том, что самый реальный здесь стенка. Не рэперки и штаты. Чё ты там говоришь, дабы тупо говорить, братик?
Bro, first of all, this verse from Skryptonit was deep as a bit. First of all, man said your rap is like a cloud, nothing inside it except photos, porn, and empty boxes and that. Where basically there's no concept, there's no like foundation to your raps and that, man. You're just saying things. I told you guys the way people rap nowadays, they talk about this, then talk about this, then talk about this, then talk about this, then they go here, then they go here. The title of the song has nothing to do with what they're actually saying. The video is just random. Like there's no actual thought towards things, and that's basically what man like Skryptonit is saying. But then he said, before that though, he said, you're claiming a new style without ever leaving the city's back, bro. You get me? Like, how can you claim a new style, but you haven't really explored like these guys are doing right now, how they'll have a sound that's more like European influence, then they'll go over to the Caribbean, then to the Americas and that, man. Then he said, forget your Grammys and Oscars, rock and roll. I finished the sequence with a poster. We're not just all stars here, we're old stars. So not only are we the best to ever do this, but we set the trends in that, bro. We've been doing this so long, like we've mastered the game, bro. Man said, I don't need movie studios or pop stars, a couple whales, major talents, basically Miyagi Endshpil, and some old computer. That is enough, bro. And this is what people need to understand when it comes to art, bro. Yeah, I hear you bringing this and bringing that and bringing this and bringing that piece of technology and all of that type of stuff. But realistically, all you need is the talent and the recording software, a producer, and you're good, bro. You get me? All of that extra stuff and that, man, allow me, man. Allow me. It doesn't matter the environment. It doesn't matter where we are in that, fam. As long as there's vibes, positive energy, that's all we flipping need in that, man. But this verse was absolutely cold. He said, I'm like Dirol gum in your mouth plus holes. I think gum meaning gum and then holes, that's like a sweet, if I'm not mistaken. And then he said, even if I'm not wearing Louis Vuitton or Prada, we're not bosses anymore. Bro, we're young and dadders. Okay. So just like Miyagi was saying about we're away from the machine and we're not close to the machine or the machine doesn't run us. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying, strip me of all the superficial stuff and everything that all these dumb guys think are important. Because when you think of rappers and all these different music industries, that's what you think of. You think of the clothes, the diamonds, all of that, pop stars and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Grammys, how many accolades has this guy got? He's saying, bro, take all of that and put that in the shitter, bro. You know what I mean? Put that over there, bro. I don't care about all of that. At the end of the day, we are the source and that, bro. That's all we need, bro. Just the talent, and we are that. And we can do that no matter how many times. We can replicate it easily and time and time again. So yeah, man. Shout out to man like Skryptonit. That verse, one of my favorites in terms of lyrically or just what he was saying. But let's get into it. Action. New artist alert as well. This guy is called Krekka-Krek or Krip-A-Krip. I don't know. You guys let me know.
Нагружая стиля на кроссах, тут начудил. Самый топ нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не бибы на полюта, Остапа искрами души заляпали. Южно похапа, ребята никак не вата. Нагружая.
And he said the guys from the Southern Hustle definitely not weak. He's been mentioning these Southern guys a lot, bro. He's mentioned it a couple of times within this, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. From the first song all the way down to the second to last one and that, bro. Everything is connected once again, man.
Заляпали южно похапа, ребята никак не вата. Нагружая стиля на кроссах, тут начудил. Самый топ нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не бибы на полюта, Остапа искрами души заляпали. Южно похапа, ребята никак не.
Кто на ровном, монотонном, индотостром, в основном на черном. Задавим роком, валим на бэхе боком. За рулем брохан, на родном, машем толпой из окон.
Я родился оригинал, взял этот кусок не критикал. Все мои братья не варвары, музыка мама и кварталы. В узких уемных развалинах, моя душа не подавлена. Легкой походкой на палеве, буду на что-то рассказывать.
Bro, the amount of styles on this album, the amount of styles on this album is actually ridiculous, bro. There's been Miyagi Endshpil and a multitude of artists, but it's like there's been 100 different artists on this one flipping whole album. Like, what the it's like one artist represents like 30 different artists, bro. Like, what the hell is going on? But if you guys know Buju Banton and that, bro, from Jamaica, bro, that's what that flow right there just reminded me of. Hella aggressive, old school dancehall type of flows, man. Those who keep it real, monotone, not flashy, listen to his flow. It's actually monotone and not flashy. But then also, going back to what Skryptonit was saying, throw away the Grammys and all of that type of stuff and throw away all the accolades. We're just here for the music. He's saying the exact same thing. In terms of real life, what we wear, the diamonds, all of that type of monotone, not flashy, but also the music, his flow is literally monotone. Everything is connected.
В основном на черном, задавим роком, валим на бэхе боком, за рулем брохом, на родном, машем толпой из окон. Я родился оригинал, взял этот кусок не критикал, все мои братья не варвары, музыка мама и кварталы, узких и темных развалинах, моя душа не подавлена, легкой походкой на палеве, буду на что-то рассказывать.
Либо гады, бит упал, либо тут упадал темп, бада-бум, ты попал на ходу, бэйн, не плевай, будто рэп, будто бум-бэп. Бит упал, либо тут упадал темп, бада-бум, ты попал на ходу, бэйн, не плевай, будто...
Нагружаюсь.
Yo, Эндшпиль has reached another level with this album, bro. I can't lie to you. He's reached, you see, bruv, it's to the point where him and Miyagi, bro, I can't even decide who I've liked better, bro. They've pretty much been neck and neck. They've been fighting. You know, when you watch anime, bruv, and flipping, there's been 1,000 punches thrown in the point of 0.22 seconds, bruv. These guys are battling it out right now, man. Oh my days. Going back up though, because he was talking as well, bruv. Man said sliding sideways in a BMW, my bro, behind the wheel. Bruv, I ain't never heard anyone break down drifting like that before, bruv. Sliding sideways in a BMW, man. Chat to them. Man said in our hometown, we wave out the windows to the crowd. It's no accident. I was born original. I took this prize. It wasn't critical. All my brothers aren't barbarians. Keep in mind that on a prison yard, look at the imagery that we're seeing right now. But he's saying, even in spite of that, all my brothers aren't barbarians. Music is our mother and the neighborhoods raised us. Our narrow, dark ruins, my soul isn't broken. So even though we grew up in this dark place around all of this violence, we're not barbarians and my soul isn't ruined, and that it made me what I am. Yeah, calm, I was from where I was from. Some people might see it as dark and damaged and all of that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, look what I'm doing right now, bro. Look at the art that I'm creating. Look at the people that we're inspiring in the neighborhood, waving outside our windows and that, bro, because of the amount of people that love what we do type of thing. Like, Эндшпиль he's turned into a madman. Him and Miyagi and TumaniYO, bro, they've turned into madmen, bro. Everyone on this album turned into madmen, bro. Because what these men are delivering, bro, fire, man. Fire.
Нагружаю стилем на кроссах, тут начудил. Самый ёп нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не бирмена валюта, бастапа, искрами души заляпали южного хапа. Ребята никак не бата. Нагружаю стилем на кроссах, тут начудил. Самый ёп нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не бирмена валюта, бастапа, искрами души заляпали южного хапа. Ребята никак не бата.
Мои будни похожи на экшен. Русские герки на продуктовой тележке с реактивной турбиной, оснащенной плутониевым топливным стержнем.
Take back everything I said. This is the most modern day rap flow that we've heard so far, bro.
Мои будни похожи на экшен. Русские герки на продуктовой тележке с реактивной турбиной, оснащенной плутониевым топливным стержнем. В роскошной модели с бутылкой шампуня танцую в одном полотенце, вращая прибором, и чуть не открыл окно телепорта доктора Стрэнджа. Черная сумка.
Yo, he's talking his ish, bro. Man said my daily life is like an action movie, a roller coaster ride in a grocery cart, bro. It's different. Man said with a jet turbine powered by plutonium fuel rod in a luxury hotel, dancing with a bottle of shampoo, wearing nothing but my towel, spinning around so wildly I almost opened Doctor Strange's portal window, bro. Like, Every single artist these man acquire are poets, bro. Man said, wearing just a towel, spearing around so wildly, I almost opened Doctor Strange's teleporter window, bro. Like,
стержнем, в роскошной модели из бутылки шампуня танцую в одном полотенце, вращая прибором, я чуть не открыл окно телепорта Доктора Стрэнджа. Черная сумка заполнена кэшем, к ней бегут суки, олени и крысы, косплея тот мульт, где поет Белоснежка. Весело ты...
Man said women, fools and rats run towards it while he has a bag full of cash and that, bro. Chat to them. Basically naming all the different things and that, bro, that are attracted to the money and that.
Кэшем, к ней бегут суки, олени и крысы, косплея тот мульт, где поет Белоснежка. Писал этот текст, отжимаясь от пола на одних мизинцах, когда читаю любому дам фору, даже если это под быстрыми твистами. Воу-воу-воу, я залетаю а-ля чё кого, фальшивки прыгают гробовоз, он их увозит и рон-дон-дон, у меня все...
Dabba, wo, da, wo, da. Listen to the flipping flow, man. He's disgusting. He's disgusting, man. He's disgusting. And this is what I'm saying with different accents, different languages. You can embody different rhyme schemes and different type of flows and that, man. And that right there, bro. Yeah. That syllable rhyme scheme right there, bro. Yeah. Absolutely cold. Absolutely cold. Sorry. And then he also said, I wrote this verse while doing push-ups on just my pinky fingers. When I rap, I outclass anyone. Once again, he's giving that hip-hop, that rap, that boastful energy.
У меня все мысли лишь об одном. Хочу трясиски вспомнить все. Зарыться в них такой ом-нам-нам, чтобы слух ходил потом он магио. Сними баннер, сомни флайер, я все равно буду стелить лайвом. Выломав дверь, зачитывать в щели, повторяя фрагменты из сияния. Нихау, я с фингалом, жук ведущий стримы в тае. Я срыв ткани, ну ты знаешь, OG в здании.
Нагружая стилем на кроссах, тут начудился.
He said, streaming live in Thailand, I'm like a Kanye meltdown. You already know, OG in the building, man. Chat to them, bro. Chat to them. Basically, he's a madman. Yeah, he's a madman when he does his thing and that, fam. You know, he can't take it.
Ты знаешь, OG в здании.
Нагружая стилем на кроссах, тут начудился. Мы ёп-ёп, нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не библина валюта, бастапа, искрами души заляпали. Южно похапа, ребята, никак не бата. Нагружая стилем на кроссах, тут начудился. Мы ёп-ёп, нигер, дабы ты заценил. Не библина валюта, бастапа, искрами души заляпали. Южно похапа, ребята, никак не...
Wisdom, благо мне подарили на праздник с огромным бантом. Лайф в памяти Лондон. Мысли с неба, кроме шуток. Не подходи, тупой ублюдок. Тут хватает разных муток. Тупая рифма 10 суток. Я сделал дикий стиль, дал побач. И вменяемый читал у тачек. Двигал в рост, брал сдачу, панчник. Дергал тучи, пьяный мальчик. Крыл матом, снял то, что в моде. Пил бой при любой погоде. Клип души, эти танцы ночью. Прятал красный в свои очи. Путь.
So with this one, there's a lot to unpack, bro. Bruv, first of all, how dark, how underground, how gritty, how this sounds like I'm walking through Gotham right now in terms of the instrumental, how crazy it sounds, bro. I couldn't even look at the lyrics, bro. I was too busy listening to the instrumental. And this was obviously the last song where these guys were basically rapping in that whole carcass or whatever with the wolves surrounding them and all of that. This was the song that was playing, so they left it last and they called it Wisdom. So I know they're going to be talking in this one. And what is wisdom? And wisdom is normally, in most cultures, wisdom is normally obtained or is normally possessed by the elders of that said community or whatever, because they've been through life, they've been through the battles, been through the wars, you know what I mean? They've been through the valleys of life or whatever and have acquired this certain type of knowledge. And we see these guys right now and that we're battling with the wolves and all of that type of stuff. And then there's also a tribal element to the beat as well. And you saw the people running with the spears and that, fam. Like, yeah, man, these men are going back to the Stone Ages and that, man, and all them type of ages where it was just human beings that have all this different type of technology and all of that type of stuff and that, fam. But we had to find a way to get through our things and that, we've all these different battles, man, you know what I mean? Which is what wisdom is, man. Let's go on. See, so if I'm not mistaken, oh, okay. So yeah, that's them drinking the. Oh, this is where it all comes together now.
Wisdom, благо мне подарили на праздник с огромным бантом. Лайф в памяти Лондон. Мысли с неба, кроме шуток. Не подходи, тупой ублюдок. Тут хватает разных муток. Тупая рифма 10 суток. Я сделал дикий стиль, дал побач. И вменяемый читал у тачек. Двигал в рост, брал сдачу панчник. Дергал тучи, пьяный мальчик. Крыл матом, снял то, что в моде. Рил бой при любой погоде. Крик души, эти танцы ночью. Прятал красный свои очи. Путь далек, путь самурая. У нас биксовка, у вас малая. Пёр вперед, пёр план пылая. Грел гум, давал внимая. Делай, ма, звук не прекращай. В этом плане лишь собачий лай. Муки, пут, суки, врут и прут. В наше время тру на битах капут. Мои луки врут, весь на скилле тут. Расписал на трек, пару точек жгут. Ловим лыпу гуд, мои брони лгут. Я шаман, беда, блади, это спрут.
Hold on. Sonically, bro, the way this thing sounds in terms of all the songs that sounded like it came from the depths of the underworld, this one might be my favorite still in that, bro, because the bass line is hitting and it's hitting deep, bro. And also in the verse, I mean the hook, sorry, that little gap that they give right there and the beat comes back in, bro. But you already know we got to reload this one, man, because these guys are talking right now. They're talking in code right now. But even at the top, where they said wisdom is a blessing, they give it to me as a gift wrapped in a huge bow. So obviously when you wrap a present and you wrap it in a bow, but then Momo also talking about hunting him and see what these guys are doing right now, fighting all these different types of animals and all that type of stuff with the bow. Yeah, like bow and
Wisdom, благо мне подарили на праздник с огромным бантом. Лайф в памяти Лондон. Мысли с неба, кроме шуток. Не подходи, тупой ублюдок. Тут хватает разных муток. Тупая рифма 10 суток. Я сделал.
Man said, don't come close to me, you stupid bastard, bro. Man said, there are plenty schemes here. A dumb rhyme gets you 10 days in jail, bro. Man ain't talking like this, man. Man ain't talking like this, bro. Man ain't talking like this, bro. Man said, come around me and we're gonna hit you with
Who
one
is
of these.
this nigga?
Like, who are you, bro? You fraud, bro. You absolute fraud, bro. Man said a dumb rhyme gets you 10 days in jail and that, bro. Don't bring that dumb ish around here. And what I like about it as well, and that was they're talking about the wisdom thing. So in life, have wisdom. Don't come around us just spewing all that superficial ish that doesn't mean anything and that, bro. But also musically as well and that, bro. Actually have something about you. Have some substance about you and that, man. You get me? Because a dumb rhyme will get you 10 days in jail, man. And you ain't gonna like that.
Тут хватает разных муток. Тупая рифма 10 суток. Я сделал дикий стиль, дал побач. И вменяемый читал у тачек.
Man said I created a wild style. God made it richer, bro. Chat.
Я сделал дикий стиль, дал побач. И вменяемый читал у тачек. Двигал в рост, брал сдачу панчник. Дергал тучи, пьяный мальчик. Крыл матом с.
Man said moving forward, growing, collecting change with the punchlines.
Брал сдачу панчник, дергал тучи, пьяный мальчик. Крыл матом, снял то, что в моде. Рил бой при любой погоде. Крик души, эти танцы ночью. Прятал красный свои очи. Путь далек, путь самурая. У нас биксовка, у вас малая. Пёр вперед, пёр план пылая. Грел гум, давал внимая.
Okay, so a drunk kid pulling clouds down, cursing out loud, pick the girl who's in fashion. So that also speaks to, for example, what my man was speaking about, saying there are plenty schemes here. A dumb rhyme gets you 10 days in jail. Don't come close, you stupid. He's him saying basically stay away from me and that type of off, bruv. Like that type of ish, sorry. Don't come near me. Now man like Endshpil is kind of like just going into rhetoric and kind of speaking in the mind of that type of person, the people that they don't want to be around. He's basically explaining the mindset of those type of people or whatever, you know what I mean? Oh.
Делай, ма, звук не прекращай. В этом плане лишь собачий лай. Муки, пут, суки, врут и прут. В наше время тру на битах капут. Мои луки врут, весь на скилле тут. Расписал на трек, пару точек жгут. Ловим лыпу гуд, мои брони лгут. Я шаман.
банан, бита, блади, это спрут. Wisdom, благо, мне подарили на праздник с огромным бантом. Лайф в памяти Лондон. Мысли с неба, кроме шуток. Не подходи, тупой ублюдок. Тут хватает разных муток. Тупая рифма 10 суток.
And that's what I'm saying.
Тут хватает разных муток.
So I don't even know what to call it, a horn or whatever, but that like tribal element that we're seeing, and then you see these guys running and that, bro, that represents that tribal element within the beat. What the f?
Тупая рифма 10 суток.
Шур, все в ажури. Поджог топ, коко, беби, диси. Я траву за проволоку в натуре. Спугнут воробня, худели ти си. Стопаню услугу, бляй. Калачевый забиваю, кручевый шкуром в лоб. Эти нетленные версии. Скинь в бар после дилюгини. Пропади в умора, гоп, не смеси.
That's what he's doing. You see, the pocket is right here. The pocket of the beat is right here, and he's just doing this. He's dipping in and out of it, in and out of it, in and out of it. So when he started, he was outside the pocket, venturing in his own bounds, and then the beat dropped, and then he was inside the pocket. And then it seems like the producer added the element that wasn't there for any other artist as well, and then he ventured outside the pocket again. So he keeps on drifting in and out of the pocket. Okay, very unorthodox style. The most unorthodox style that we've heard, for sure, for sure. Because there's certain type of flows that are very generic that you can easily get used to. This flow right here, you have to like make it ears a custom. You have to get onto his frequency to like understand it. Because if you don't try to understand it, it's just gonna sound very foreign to your ears. But yeah, I'm with him now. I'm with him.
Шур, все в ажури. Поджог топ, коко, беби, диси. Я траву за проволоку в натуре. Спугнут воробня, худели ти си. Стопаню услугу, бляй. Калачевый забиваю, кручевый шкуром в лоб. Эти нетленные версии. Скинь в бар после дилюгини. Пропади в умора, гоп, не смеси. Если на низах пожмешь его лапу, отдашь багаж, дашь шляпу. Блатной шарик светит ярко. Несколько букв, помещенных в круг арго. Продуманный на 100 чей вперед. Знают, что за ним гонки. Стук, но гонщики не знают, что лед тонкий. Не знают, что дури в огонь. Не знают, что горит огонь. Верни со мной козырный энди Мияги свой. Долбить научился в детстве. И вдруг тебе не место здесь. Шур, все в ажуре. Кроп с музыкой в натуре. Занозил все в любую. Сваливаю, ливеруя. Шур, все в ажуре. Кроп с музыкой в натуре. Занозил все в любую. Сваливаю, ливеруя.
Я там, где сворода попы вокруг, да около торкала проголо дно. Кто-то снова облёк ненароком, успех на себя недалеко в окно. Свою линию переспределили по фото, но каждый когда-то тонул. Освободи меня тихо по имени Диггера, триггеры перечеркну. Небо радовало бездумных, не убиты, но покорёженных. Не забыть, что воля безволенных, земли горели, тут кружили бороны. Эстакадами, тропами, долгими братами, демонов под капюшонами, злыми нейронами. Не потушить это пламя свободы, ему не дорожено.
This is a certified hood classic.
I need to go back and listen to that, bro. Just from my man Maslow. What's his name? Maslow Tiongogo Timani or Tim. I do not know, bro. You guys let me know in the comments, bro. But we need to go back to his verse though. Wallan, because he was talking, bro. And then he got hella unorthodox going to the end of it, to the point where his voice was breaking and that, bro. Broski sounded like he was about to start crying, bro. Like, wait.
Блатной шарик светит. За проволоку в натуре.
Тупая рифма 10 суток.
Шур, все в ажури. Поджог топ, коко, беби, диси. Я траву за проволоку в натуре. Спугнут воробня, худели ти си. Стопаню.
Man said, throw the poison beyond the wire, scaring off a sparrow, nothing to it. Go look, patch it up, don't make it like. This is what I'm saying. These man be speaking in riddles, bro. These are them ones where you have to listen to it or read it over however many different times and that to really understand what they're saying and that, fam. Because right now, bro, yeah, man, he's talking in code.
Шур, все в ажури, поджог топ, колко беби диси. Я трябва за проволоку в натури. Спугнут барабня, ходили ти си. Стопаню, суко, бляй. Калачево забивай, кручево, шкуром в лоб. Тини тленни верси. Скинг бар, после дилюгини. Прабади в умара, гопни смеси. Езинени.
Man said these immortal verses, throw them into the bark after the deal, don't disappear in the hangover and that, man. And you see, I forgot, like, you see what I'm saying with the flow and that, bro? Like, yeah, it's unorthodox, but some people will hear this and say, yeah, this guy can't rap. But nah, he's just operating in his own world, bro. And you can definitely tell because when he is on beat and the type, the elements of the beat that he decides to abide by and he decides to rhyme with, and then also the type of flow that he does, you can tell that he's doing it on purpose.
Тини тленни верси. Скинг бар, после дилюгини. Прабади в умара, гопни смеси. Езинени захпаш, меши вола. Платаш, покажешь, дашь шляпу. Платной шарик светит ярко. Несколько букв, помещенных в круг. Арго, продуманный на 100, чей вперед. Знают, что за ним гонки. Стук, но гонщики не знают, что лед тонкий. Не знают, что дури и вагон не знают.
The man said, shake his hand, give up the bag, give up the hat, the underworld ball shines bright. A few letters inside the circle, criminal slang. That to them, bro. Man said, a few letters inside the circle, criminal slang and that, bro. So obviously, you know, depending on what type of crime you're involved in, there's certain things that you need to say and certain things that you should be able to say when people know exactly what you're on. And there's also certain times where you go into situations you don't even want to talk. You cover your faces, you don't speak, bro, so you can't be recognized in that. So a few letters inside the circle, criminal slang, because a small circle of criminals, basically, they have a certain code, a certain way to speak, calculated 100 steps ahead and that, bro, when they're going out to do whatever criminal activity, calculated how many steps ahead and that, bro. But then also they calculated 100 steps ahead and my man's out here getting robbed. And then he says he knows they're chasing him. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, just a little connection, the steps, the chasing, the fact that my man just had to give up the goods and that, man, like, yeah.
В круг, арго, продуманный на 100, чей вперед. Знают, что за ним гонки. Стук, но гонщики не знают, что лед тонкий. Не знают, что дури и вагон. Не знают, что горит огонь. Верни со мной козырные инди Мияги свой. Долбить научился в детстве. И вдруг тебе не место здесь. Шур, все в ажуре. Кроп с музыкой в натуре. Занозил все в любую. Сваливаю ливеруя.
And that's one thing as well that this guy's always, or pretty much all of them have talked about, is that everything that they're doing right now, they've been doing it, man. Because he literally said, but so when he says he knows they're chasing him, but the racers don't know the ice is thin, they don't know the madness is endless, they don't know the fire is burning. The loyal ones are with me, so they're thinking that they have the upper hand on me because, yeah, they got me, they're chasing me, they're surrounding me, but they don't know that I got loyal people that are with me. Andy the trump card, so Andy Panda is the trump card. He's the one that can turn the tides. Miyagi our own. I learned to grind since childhood. HS, you don't belong here and that, man. You get me? So same thing when TumaniYO was saying we've learned this from the hallways, and my man was talking about the alleyways and all of that type of stuff. Like, this is what I'm saying. Everything is connected, and not only just with the artists who basically own this album, but even the artists that are only appearing on one song, they know the assignment and they know that they need to execute in which way, man.
Кроп с музыкой в натуре. Занозил все в любую. Сваливаю ливеруя.
Я там, где сворода попы вокруг, да около торкала поколоть, но кто-то снова облёк ненароком, успех на себя недалеко в окно. Свою линию переспитили по фото, но каждый когда-то тонул. Освободи меня тихо по имени Диггера, триггеры перечеркну.
Man said, I'm here where packs and cops circle around. We're getting high while starving, bro. So you have a bit of money, and in your head, if you're addicted to certain drugs or depend on certain things or certain substances, you're thinking, do I want to eat or do I want to smoke? So these men are literally chose to get to smoke and get high or whatever over actually eating some food. But someone accidentally condemned success. Because when you're in these places, if you don't make a certain decision, because we know how hard it is when you're in certain communities, and how hard it is to find opportunities and also to make money and all of that type of stuff. So it's easy to give up. So someone accidentally condemns success on himself, the narrow-minded one, because the place that he's in, all he sees is doom and gloom, and I will never make it, and I'm poor and I'm sick, and that's all I'll ever be. But he can't see further beyond how man like Endspil, I mean not Endspil, the featuring artist basically said, I see 100 steps ahead or whatever. That's basically what you have to do in these environments. You have to see 100 steps ahead to actually see a way out, because if you don't do that, it's very easy to fall victim to basically the darkness or whatever, and that, man, you get me, all the bad influences and all of that. And then he said, I bend my own line, I make my own fate, doors flying off the hinges, seem like everyone here drowned at least once, and that, bro. That's not even just there, bro. That's not even certain communities. That's everywhere. Whether it's business world, even someone that has successful businesses that can try and make another business and it might fail. But the whole point is just to go again type of thing, man. You get me? Crossing out diggers and triggers. Chat to them, man.
Wisdom.
There's a certain instrument now that sounds like as well, a certain Gambian instrument, African instrument, that reminds me of right there, man. But oh my days, man. Oh my days, bro. Now that was a long one. All I've had is a little pizza. I need to go eat a second meal. No kizzy, man. But hey, shout out to Andy Panda, shout out to Endspil. I just said shout out to the same person. Shout out to Endspil, shout out to Miyagi, shout out to TumaniYO, Skriптонит. There were some other guys on here as well. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to the producers as well, the videographers and that, man. Like everyone involved in this album. Everyone involved in this album. You guys went absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, bro. This album right here was absolutely cold. Like I said, they drawed from different places. The main place was hip-hop right there. And I still like that they're still concentrated and drawn from other places. Like I said, the dancehall, the reggae scene, the Caribbean scene as well, and that, because like I said, hip-hop, dancehall, reggae, all pretty much goes hand in hand in terms of the style and all of that type of stuff and how they rap and the technicalities to it. You get me? So I like that they did that. The beat's absolutely crazy, and me, I obviously enjoy like vibes and all of that type of stuff, but I also enjoy how dark, how aggressive, how bold these beats were as well, and that, man. You get me? Underworld vibes, monster vibes, the flows that these guys were doing, how, like I said, every single song these guys were making an actual conscious effort to be completely different from the last verse, bro. Not even the last song, the last verse, bro, the last hook, the last line, man. Like these guys were sometimes doing two completely different personas within one verse, not even just one song. Like, it's crazy to me how everything as well was connected. When they say something within the lyrics, you see something pop up on the screen that literally connects exactly to that. The fact that the artists are an extension of Miyagi and Andy Panda, to the point where when they come onto these album, they're not messing up the song, they're not slowing it down, bro. They're not exactly what they're supposed to do, bro. And TumaniYO, he was basically, like I said, I know this album technically is Miyagi, Andy Panda, and TumaniYO featuring, but this album was TumaniYO, Andy Panda, and Miyagi, man. I can't lie to you, because what he did, bro, crazy. TumaniYO, he elevated to a different level, and so did Endspil, man. No kizzy, man. Because I feel like Miyagi, he's showed me time and time again what he's capable of, man, in so many different songs. And he's normally responsible for the hooks, so sometimes he has more time on tracks to show what he's capable of. But right here, Endspil showed that, yeah, I'm right on man like Miyagi's level. I don't ever think that he's better than me. All of that time, I'm right there with him, man. Like, genuinely, obviously you can say, you might be able to say who's your favorite is, but I can't, like, everyone impressed me, bro. Even from the artists that just showed up once, bro, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. And every single featuring artist as well brought something new to the table that the other one didn't bring as well, man. So whether it was just that one right there where the artist had that crazy unorthodox flow, whether it was TumaniYO where he was doing a reggae / dancehall flow at one point, and that, man, where it was my man that had more of like a modern day type of flow with Skriптonit, like, Listen, man, it's different. It's different. Shout out to everyone that was involved. This one, this was 40 minutes. Somehow I made it 2 hours and 23. It is what it is, man. It's your boy Njies, and I'm out of here, man. In a bit.